happy Taco Tuesday. For some of you, it is Wednesday. Let me fix my mic. How is everybody doing? I hope you're doing great. It's the start of a wonderful week. Summer is out for a lot of our students. Happy summertime, or almost, or just about. Happy summer, officially. I know summer marks back. I think summer officially starts. Is it next month? But you know what I mean. Let me know what you think about the anime track, the music. It is also copyright free. It's nice and soothing. Let me know if it's too loud or not. I can't tell. So, summer officially starts when? But it actually depends on your position of the world. But yes, my hair is pink and my eyes are green. It's one of the colors I didn't get to show you. Carlos Muertos, Andrew A, Franklin Pham, Jesse Alvarado. What's up, buddies? I survived food poisoning. No, I made it for real though. All I can say is that I forgot how painful food poisoning can be. Always have a spritzer, have some crackers, or have some Pepto-Bismol, that works too. I just did an exercise today to hopefully sweat it out of my system. But I am feeling a lot better than I did Sunday. I thought I was gonna die. Yeah, no. I don't know if it's because I had too much sugar, because I went to eat out at a bakery. I went to a nice little restaurant. I didn't really eat too much, I don't think, but it could have been all the sweets. I had a matcha latte with lavender, and then I had, like, what do they call it? They call it a zucchini, like a zucchini muffin. Yeah, like a muffin bread. It was good. I posted it. It could have been just my, like, sugar levels were too high, or it could have just been that I ate something in the mix and it was nasty. Don't do what I did. Be careful about what you eat. Yep. Yes, so, Muerto says, I'm not a fan of sprinkle on ice cream, but a fan of sprinkles on AI. Oh! What do you think of the artwork? Did you like it? Did you like the artwork? I gotta zoom out. You're all up in my face. I just want to say hello. I was scared I was gonna die and never come back, and that made me so sad. So I thought, you know what? I have to tell them in case something bad happens. Man, it was an intense fever, body shakes, aches. Is it called aches? Yeah, I was super achy. And I was like, what's wrong with me? You ever, like, do you ever ask yourself what it would be like to be baking in an oven? Like, the idea of just being so hot you're baking or boiling. That's how I felt. I felt like I was boiling alive. Yeah. Let me get my chapstick real quick. Gotta travel. I got so many cords everywhere. This is so dangerous. Don't do what I'm doing. My setup is messy. I have a messy setup. Think of one of those, like, super sci-fi movies and they have all the cords everywhere. And you ask yourself, like, what do they need all those cords for? In my case, it's to stream. I got my little Hello Kitty plushie. Sanrio licensed plushie. It's like a sushi cat. I'm over here squishing it. Whew. So we made it another day. We're alive. It's official. Our channel has survived. I survived. We survived. Andrew A says, hi there, everyone. And Sprinkles, hope you're all well, and I hope you're feeling better. Thank you. Oh, Jessie says hello. Hello, Jessie. Andrew A says, oh, I forgot. It's Taco Tuesday. I had a burrito for lunch. Oh, burritos are just as good as tacos, man. A nice, thicky burrito. I love layered burritos. When was the last time I had a burrito? It's been a while. I usually just have tacos. Pretty much. You have some tortillas at home. Got some butter. Oh, who doesn't love butter with your tacos? I do. I don't know, you can have oil like olive oil, or you can have the butter. Oh, let's see. Andrew A says food poisoning is almost as bad as a foot cramp. You mean like a Charlie horse? Man. Let me make sure the music's not too loud. There you go. I can't tell. Let me know if it's too loud or if I should increase it. Yeah, Charlie horses, the only times I've ever gotten them is when I went swimming or if I pulled a muscle during exercise. But those are extremely painful. You would think it's just as bad as a paper cut, I think. A Charlie horse. It's like one spot that is just aching, but it messes up with all the nerves because you have a lot of nerves in your feet. And those nerves in your feet are connected to a lot of different parts of your body, your heart, your vital organs. You know how they do like acupuncture? So when they do acupuncture in the feet, it's supposed to alleviate certain pains in different aspects of like your organs. So that's why they say to take care of your feet and your hands, because the nervous systems, it's just like the roots of a tree or a plant. And they're so important. So when people get injured, let's say for example, I knew somebody back in university. They were a chef, like a pro chef. And so he got injured in the kitchen and he had to go back to school because he could no longer cook the way he did. It messed up his whole nervous system and like a part of his hand and arm. I want to say it was the right side of his body. Like he could hardly feel it because he injured his hand. And it was just a small, like, because it was like, how do I put it? Because it was an injury in his hand, it affected like the whole right side. It's just a little, it's kind of crazy. He still had all his fingers. He didn't get into the details because it was like very graphic. And he had to go for, of course he had to go for, they call it therapy. So in order for him to be able to use his hand again and improve his mobility. So yeah, be sure to be very careful in the kitchen. Take care of your body. It's so important. And it's kind of sad because he would like share openly that, he wouldn't be back in school again for his, his degree if it hadn't been for his injury, and that he was pursuing new opportunities instead of seeing it as a loss or as, like he has no purpose, because that's what he really loves. He's kind of like a big time foodie. I haven't spoken to him since university, but he was a nice older man. He was like in his 50s. For context, a 50-year-old man. You would think he'd be like retiring soon. So it totally shifted his whole career path. So yeah, be careful with your hands and your feet, your nervous system. Very vital to your ability to move and function. Andrew A says the music is fine. Really? Cool. Good. So this game we're playing, it requires us to have copyright music. Non-copyright, I mean. I had to change it up because the music in this game here, I turned it down. I looked up the artist and it's most definitely has copyright. Yeah, so then to avoid any issues of the video being taken down or stuff like that, I decided to go with a different playlist. We still have the sound effects volume and the text speed. The quality is medium for functionality purposes. This game is called You Have Missed Messages. Just a warning, I did go and deep dive into more about this game. It shows a little blood here and some scissors right here. So just a very brief disclaimer, the game also gives it as we enter in. Just know that this game has a very a life and death themes. Yes. I guess I should just let the game, I'll read it for you. Jesse says, me calling Crowley as my gay friend and a demon friend of mine. Oh, really? Andrew A says, shifting your career at 50 is rough. But you know what? He was so bubbly and sweet and friendly. I enjoyed him. Some people got annoyed of him because he had a lot of questions, but he was just getting back into it. He even told me he's not really good with computers. He was so sweet. Sweet older man. He didn't even look 50. He looked 30. So he was doing pretty good for himself. We're gonna go ahead and press start. Now, here it is. Where's the disclaimer? Oh, goodness. I gotta find a disclaimer so I can read it. I'm gonna put a disclaimer of... That way I can... okay. Okay, I found a disclaimer example. Oh goodness. I just need a simple disclaimer because I was hoping it would show it. Okay, here's an example. Warning, the following content may contain elements that are not suitable for some audiences. Accordingly, viewer discretion is advised. So I just wanted to give a brief content warning. The video contains disturbing images and scenes of graphic violence and gore and suicide. So I just wanted to say that openly in case anybody could be triggered. I don't want anybody to continue on the live stream if they in fact, you know, I just don't want to put anybody through that. So I thought I'd give a disclaimer. I'm surprised it didn't have it because I swear it does. It's because I probably uploaded. So I have opened the game to inspect its elements to see if it would run on my PC. It's possible that it only gives a disclaimer once. But if you have any more questions about it, you can find it in the descriptions down below of this live stream. It's with the game. Let's see real quick. So it says, yes, the developer. Here it is. Warning, contains mentions of suicide and self-harm. Yes, there it is. So it is in the description down below. Before anybody chooses to play this game, just know it is like a romantic dating sim, but it has those elements. Later that night, I went out to meet goth girl. Oh, wait a second. Wait a second. Exit. Oh, what did I do? Okay, gosh. What am I doing? What am I doing? Can I restart? Delete data. Oh, no, wait, no. Yes, silence. 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 Oh, gosh. Oh, God. Okay, gosh. Okay, delete data. Yes. Because I told you I played it previously. Quit again. Oh, it opened it up twice. That is crazy. I'm gonna have to cut that out because I don't want our live stream to be... I don't want to jeopardize the live stream. So we're gonna open it again. And this time, I'm gonna make sure the music is cut. Because you have to make sure you get permission from the artist first. So if you guys play it on live stream, I highly recommend just find a non-copyright playlist music and make sure this is off here. I'm gonna put this back on medium. I deleted the data. Let me see if making sure we don't hear it. Okay, good. That's perfect. Whew, I'm sweating over here. I'm over here getting nervous. Please don't come for me, YouTube. I promise. I'm being very good. I'm being a very good foxy lady. I promise. I'm honoring your rules. I swear. So let's press start. You have missed messages. This is where it gives the disclaimer. There you go. Ta-da! My God. My heart jumped out of my skin. I mean, out of my body. Ew. That's more graphic than this trigger warning. Trigger warning. There are mentions of suicide and self-harm in this game. Viewer discretion is advised. This game came out back in 2023. So it's a recent game, a last year's game. This year's 2024, is if I can recollect. Yes, it's 2024. Zadio! Hello, Zadio! I'm alive! If I died, the channel would end, and I would be sad and afraid in the afterlife. My buddies don't know I'm dead, kind of thought process. That's exactly what was going through my mind when I wasn't feeling good. I was like, I'm gonna become deceased and nobody's gonna know, so let me give them an update on the channel. I'm serious, guys. That's the biggest #1 fear content creators have. Big and small content creators. It's like, what do I do if something happens? Do I have preparations in order? How do I tell my buddies that you know, what happens? You know what I mean? Like, where's the update? Everyone's gonna be like, she's gone! What happened? I died! That's what happened! If I don't come back and there's no update, just presume I'm dead and rest in peace. That's why I gotta get a manager to help me sort things out. So it's like, hey, if anything happens to me, you're all set with your last paycheck and the community's all set with a goodbye. You know what I mean? Like, we don't live forever. It was a big wake-up call, that's for sure. Under 7 minutes! Sup, buddies? I gotta make sure I say hello to everybody. Chat's taking off without me. Andrew A says, YouTube right now picking which band hammer they want to use on sprinkles. Please don't! They're like, which hammer shall it be? They're over here putting some gloves on. Like freaking, what is it? Isn't there a character called Dexter's Lavatory? Dexter with his little gloves. His mom, she also loved gloves, cleaning gloves. Okay, back to game. Sorry, my brain. Perfect for staying inside and finishing my work. I'll give her a different voice. That one's a little... Oh, yeah, we get to interact. Tea. Ooh, the sound effect there. Ow. It's a little louder than I thought. Sometimes I sip tea and fantasize about living a quiet life in a small lighthouse while writing poetry by candlelight. Ooh, she's a romantic. It's protag Chance, a lady. Tea. Tea is perfect on a day like this. Beautiful, quiet, and calm. Can I press on the plans? Hello, my green, leafy best friends. What else can I press? Books! Books with titles like Multivariable Calculus to let people know that I'm a capable member of society. It's kind of like the main character's adulting. That's relatable. I've never read them. Oh. We got some flaggies. To let my crush know that I'm not just being nice when I say they're cute. What does that mean? I'm not saying I'm gay, but that's also kind of what I'm saying. I think that's all that we can click on. I think that's it. Because it'll give us a recap. Oh my goodness, this music. Kind of somber, intense. Like, kind of both. Ambient, intense. What, can I click on... Oh, sorry, I clicked off. Mirror. This outfit must have cost less than $50. Aw, she looks comfy. One of my friends paid $240 for a shirt? They crazy. I've never spent that much on a shirt before. What about you guys? Do you like to invest in your outfits? I mean, I would, but I don't know. I just kind of wear whatever's comfy. I can't relate. Yeah, I've never spent that much. I'll spend that much on like 3 pairs of shoes. So like if I could give a list of how much, so if I paid for clothing, shoes, if I went out for 240, I would go to like a mall outlet. Sometimes they have mall outlets and it'll be like you know, think of like main brands, but it'll be discounted because a lot of their items are either overstocked or simply on sale because they're trying to get it off the shelves. So I did like a 240 purchase for not like a shirt, but for work shoes, like 2 to 3 different, so 3 pairs of work shoes, because a pair of 2. And then I got 5 pairs of pants, 4 to 5 pairs of pants for work. Then I did like 2 very casual shirts. One's a flamingo, and the other one is lemons. Very simple design shirt, kind of comfy, kind of like this one. Ooh, we kind of get to see their face. It's 1:22 p.m. in the afternoon. Oh, you can't see it because you're covering the time. I could move it. I could move you guys because you guys you're on the time. There you are. Chat restream. There's the time. I'll do it just like that. Just a little movement. You guys are still there. Yeah, so I kind of can't relate. Papers. My precious Madoka Magica. I freaking love that show. Oh, wrong one. I love Madoka Magica. Unrequited friendship and love. Which really is just a printout. Oh, yeah, the posters. I have a shirt, and I think I gave it away. So after I lost all my weight, I had the Madoka Magica shirt from a convention. And so then it was too big. It was like extra large. And so I gave it away after I took out all the stains because it's like a white shirt. I want to say polyester, so it wasn't cotton or breathable. So most of the time they'll do like polyester because it'll print better. on polyester than cotton. Cotton kind of bleeds. So it'll be like a cotton polyester mix. You alright, you alright? Love me. Hope midterm went well. Ooh, it's behind me. Hope midterm went well. You got boba. It's in the fridge. You alright? Aww. Should you give them boba? Freaking love boba. Why is this game so relatable? God, they're cute. And some notes from my friend and roommate May. Oh, this is from your roommate. And they love cats. Conreal 12 says, "Oh, Cadence! Hello, Cadence! Hey, sorry I'm late. My mom and I were taking my sister to the school concert. Awesome! A school concert, Cadence? Man, I forgot about those. We used to perform Cinco de Mayo. And we would dance on the stage. It would take us, like, from January. Oh, like, when would we start? I think we'd start practicing for Cinco de Mayo. I think we'd start, like, 3 months before the event of, like, the concert. And it was to help fundraise. So everybody would come to the school and they'd, like, pay to see us dance on stage. Traditional dances. Yeah, man, I love concerts. So happy you can make it! Zario says, I love that. Says, I gotta check. Zario says, nah, I ain't scared of blood and gore. You're not? Well, there's gonna be some of it. Andrew A says, Connery Elect 12 says, Sprinkles, I cannot chat as severe weather is heading my way. Oopsie. Says, what food caused the poisoning? I think it was the sugar. I think I had too much sweets that day. Diabetes runs in my family, which is why I try my best to do... I do moderate exercises, believe it or not. I'm not, like, lifting 40 pounds, like... I'm not super hammered, if you know what I mean. I do light exercises. Like a 5-pounder, 10-pounder, maybe, if I'm feeling it, if I can. Slowly building up. Kind of lightweight. Because if you want to bulk up, you can. Or I kind of prefer lean, but yeah. I think it was the sugary sweets from the bakery. It almost killed me! Also, it was hot, and I was walking around in, like, 90-degree weather. It was super... Like, I was soaked in sweat by the time I came home. I was super stinky. So it could have been a combination of the getting acclimated to the summer weather and needing to hydrate, too much sugar. That could definitely cause, like, a fever and a headache and nausea. Could have just been, like, a big, like... all of it together. That's what I think it was. Be sure to hydrate! I have some water with me. Muerto says, I think we would know the world would feel less full. No, that's sad. That's really sad. Oh, Muertos. It's kind of sweet and poetic. Oh, Andrew A says, I like to buy high-quality clothes that will last me for years. But 240 on a single shirt is too much, LOL. I think they're young college students, so they kind of just are getting accustomed to how much to spend, what to spend it on. You know what I mean? Because I feel like a lot of young people, high school, college, they're getting, you know, they get a job, then they have money, and how they spend it is something that they learn. Finances doesn't come easy. I took like a financial course back in high school about how to spend money and how to invest money. And it was basically like a really brief scratch of the surface kind of understanding about like what to do with it. How do you save money to spend money? Things like that. If you want, they call it a spending budget. Never say just a budget. Spending budget acknowledges that you're gonna spend some, you know? But yeah, definitely not me, man. I'm sorry, I can't spend $240 on a shirt. It's gotta be like 4 pairs of pants, 3 pairs of shoes, 2 brassieres, maybe 2 casual shirts. It's gotta be a whole bunch. Cutterell 12 says, I paid $175 on a TMCC 737 Lionel Lines Berserk. Berkshire, LOL. What's that? I blew my piggy bank out of the water with that purchase. What is that? Lines Berkshire. Hello, Haikai. Hello, buddy. You're just in time. Both... Wait, who is both distant and total sweetheart? What is she? I forgot what we were talking about. I forgot what she was talking about. The door to the outside world. Bathroom. Ooh. I do what I gotta do, then go back. Is this like a public... I think they're in a dormitory. This could be like a public bathroom. What do they call it? They call it... So where you have a private room, but you share the common area, so it's like a common bathroom? That's it? Inner door. What's this? My roommate's door. She used to keep it open, but now it's usually closed. Aww. We all go through a stage where we just kind of avoid the world and people. Let's go bother them. That's what I would do. I'm like, hi, 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 hello, you there? I'd be all up in their face. You want to go hang out and have some boba? Especially if you're good friends with them. It's like personal space. What personal space? I mean, I do like my personal space. I'd be kidding if I didn't admit that. But for the comedy of the situation, I'd be like, hi! Good evening! Good morning! And the time is just shifting like 12 hours, 8 hours at a time, where the sun is just rotating through the sky. You're watching me like zipping around. Because I'm everywhere. I can't sit still. Same dialogue. Anything else? Let me cough real quick. I'm back! Conrad Lock 12 says model train. Really? Oh, did you have to build it? Is it a model train you have to build? Like a Gundam, but a Gundam train? Man, people love their trains. Inner door, that's it. Man, I want to go through my own bag. Let's go through the laptop. Drink my coffee. Ugh, I need to work. But I'm so bored, I can't even focus. And just make it very, dramatic. Be dramatic when reading the dialogue. Work stuff. AX plus BY plus CZ equals D. What even is a four-dimensional shape? We're three-dimensional beings. What if it turns out we were four-dimensional? How would your brain handle it if they did a big-time theory? They're like, hey, we're researching if we're actually fourth-dimensional. Or if we can acquire fourth-dimensional space. What's this? Should I accept it? Gosh, I'm giving her different voices. Work! Planes. Y equals mx plus b. After some time, I start to lose focus. I think there's multiple ways to play this game. Work! I make a valiant attempt at working. After some minutes, I get tired and want to take a break. Ooh! 3.6 contour lines are divisions in the graph. A unit vector means magnitude is 1. Oragathonal theorem. V star W equals... is that an O? It's O. Okay, it's O. Orthogonal, orthogonal, but unit? Pre-built, says Conreal. Pre-built train. I gotta see every... We should do that. We should do a submission. One of the model... Like, if you guys collect models or figurines, we gotta do, like, a submission. You guys can submit it, and we all can, like, just be like, oh my god, that's so cool. And then I'll show you guys my models, my action figures, my figurines. We should do that on Discord. It'll be, like, upload specifically for Gundam models, trains... Pretty much anything you're into, like hobbies, but like specifically like models. After some minutes, I got tired and want to take a break. Drinking coffee, sorry. Hello, chimichangas! God, I want some chimichangas. Ooh, the day, it actually shows you the door. It's like the sun, the door. I look at the door and I say the door is setting. The sun is actually setting. It's getting darker in here. I don't like that. It's a lot of windows. I love her plants. The door of my roommate, May. Let's go bother her. Like a little sister. She's nice, I guess. What? You just mentioned that you really enjoy her company. Now she's backtracking. Why? Andrew A says, to be fair, I don't have much room to talk about how people spend their money with how much I spent on my HIFI headphone setup, lol. Ooh. I gotta check that out. We gotta check that out. Headphone? Hi-fi? Hi-fi headphones. What is that? Ooh! Wow! They look very comfy. I can see why they're expensive. Because, okay, for anybody who doesn't know, if you're not careful, if you buy very cheap headphones, like hi-fi headphones, they're not cheap. I just saw the catalog for purchasing them. Those are not cheap because they're super comfy. They got a lot of cushion. So the reason why headphone sets have a lot of cushion on the top for like resting on your head, on the ears, is because if you're not careful, if you wear really cheap, bad headphones that are uncomfortable, I don't really have a brand in mind for cheap headphones. Like, I don't have any. I also don't want to diss on any brands. But you know a headphone's uncomfortable when it starts stabbing into your head? If it's not the right fit or doesn't have like where to adjust for the size of your head. Because you know everybody's head's shaped differently. So if you're not careful, it'll do like a headphone indent. Some people that wear headphones, like, you know, the big ones. Not the earbud headphones, but like the headphones, like the original early 2000s, big clunky, you know, kind of like retro kind of design where they're very big and nice. It'll start indenting into your skull and you'll have this like permanent indent where it shapes your head. Now, there are some kids when they're young, they'll wear a helmet and it's supposed to shape their head to be like a perfect round shape. Some kids are born with a condition where it requires extra support and molding of their head. So sometimes parents will have to purchase that helmet and it'll shape their kid's head so that way they grow up. Because when a baby's born, their skull is very soft. Given they have to be birthed through the canal of the mother into the world. So they have a lot of soft spots, which is why you have to support their neck. I only know this because my sister had babies and she shared... Her and my brother-in-law shared how babies are when, like, how you handle them. So that way I knew how to hold them properly. Because you have to support their head and their neck when they're infants. If not, they could be injured and it could be fatal. So you have to be so careful with babies. And that's something I had to learn from them as parents. I'm very fortunate to have had the opportunity to learn about babies from my sister and my brother-in-law. And about the soft spots. That's why I held my nieces. I held them for like special occasions, but I was always hesitant unless I was like sitting down, relaxing to hold the babies. Because I didn't feel comfortable standing up. I just had to be like seated so I could know that I had like a firm grasp on, you know, how I sat and then I could hold the baby. Mukhtar says, I go to school at 7. Ooh, that's early. That seems about the same time, like, you know, the usual time for school. Aren't you gonna have summer? Like time off? It says Andrew A. If you look up the DCS Lena stack, that's what I had for my headphone listing setup. It cost a lot more than I'm willing to put on here, lol. Yeah, you don't have to. Definitely when it comes to financial purchases, never feel like you guys have to put the specifics, especially in chat, because I'm not the only one reading the chat dialogue. So always be careful. You know, I mean, giving a price listing of something you purchase, it can be, you know... I think I would be more concerned about, like, like, where you live, addresses, phone numbers, your name. Be sure to keep that private information, you know what I mean? And that's what I'm very, like, I try to be vigilant. Like, if anybody did a posting of how old they were, try not to, because there are people out there that come in and out, you know, of live stream. And I can't guarantee they have good intentions, so I have to, as a content creator, I have to be conscientious. Even though I'm a little spazzy and little dingy. She's nice, I guess. Why is she dissing her? Let's be nice. Let's be nice to May, our roommate. Oh, it's me. Hello? God, it's so loud in my ears. Yeah. Shit, what do I say? I wanna hang out! Wanna hang out in my room? And do what? I don't know, talk? I'll give Protag Chad our voice, my our voice, my voice? But I have work to do. Then let's study together. I mean, why not, right? Take a break with me. Let's go get some coffee or boba. Or maybe some tea. You always have work to do. Oh, that's me. Oh gosh, I switched it. Dang it. Oh, well, I guess I'll keep it. You should take a break. Besides, we haven't hung out for a long time. I miss you. Gosh, I sound so husky. That's as husky as I can get. I'll try to go deeper, but then it turns kind of masculine. That could be that deep, very neutral masculine voice. It's like, man or woman, who cares? I could be that kind of voice. It's like a neutral voice. Aw, I could use a break, to be honest. It's official, that's her voice. I gotta keep it in mind. And I miss you too. Okay, hold on a sec. I gotta remember their voice differences. She went back into her room to get something. When she came back, we laid on my bed and looking out at the setting sun. Let's talk about life. Life can be... It feels like there's some life stuff going on and she needs to like have someone listen. That's why she has her door closed, because she's trying to keep it all in. People are very subtle with their actions. It's not obvious. When they start trying to close off from the world to hide in how they're feeling or like their personal life, if you want to listen, you learn just to listen and not say anything. Yeah, because they don't want you to fix them or their problems or their situation. They just want someone to hear them out. Because they're just venting life. What are you up to these days? I feel like we haven't caught up in a long time. A lot and like also not much. A lot? Ah, sorry, I haven't stayed updated. Stay updated? Like, I'm your favorite TV show? Don't worry about it. I just feel like I don't make enough time for you anymore. I added that anymore last part. Aw, that's okay. You're not obligated to. Oh yeah, it's your birthday, right? I forgot. You remembered? Of course I did. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. She sang me oh my gosh, I'm so caught up in the song. She sang me happy birthday. Aw, thank you for remembering. As the years flew by, my birthday became like any other day. No one else had remembered it either, but she had. How are you, man? So, how have you been? Fine, just tired. Big mood, how so? I don't know, like a bone-deep tiredness? Day after day? What do you mean? Yeah, I don't want to assume. If we say depressed, we're assuming. But if we stare outside, you know, that's kind of avoiding it. You gotta talk about it. You gotta rip off the band-aid and tell them, I know it's gonna hurt, but I'm pulling it anyway. So that way it just, like, it can breathe. After a while, your wound has to breathe. If you keep the band-aid on it, it stays moist and then it doesn't heal. Like, it has to harden and get a little crusty. You know, scars and wounds. It has to get crusty to heal, you know, to eventually flake off. If that makes sense. So that's why you take off the band-aid so it doesn't stay moist. Chikyan! Good morning, Chikyan! Robot Pyro, Fireball. Do 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 do. Chazio's bug! You guys dump Dosh like it's noodles, nobody's business. I'm an utter pauper. What? When it comes to money. What? I have total hatred for spending money. But you gotta spend money on groceries. 𝑡𝑒𝑠𝑖𝑂 spook. You gotta buy groceries and feed yourself. Gotta pay bills, man. It's unavoidable. I hate spending money too, man. I admit it. I do. But I've learned I can't be stingy. I guess stingy is not good. It's not a good term to use because it's not accurate. It's not that you're stingy with your money. You're just very careful and observant. And that's not a bad quality. That's a very healthy quality and concept to keep in mind. It's okay to have a spending budget. You're gonna spend for groceries and bills. Gotta pay your phone bill. Gotta pay for the internet. You know, electricity, water bill. I know I do. Of course, it's like my moolah. But I have to if I want to live, you know? The world. It's just getting more expensive. What do you mean? What do you mean? Gosh. Like, every day I wake up, force myself to do something I don't like, and I go back to sleep. Sometimes I look outside my window and see a whole world out there. And feel the struggle of being stuck inside all day. Huh. I understand. Things you enjoy or stare outside. I understand. Relatable! Huh? I think I can understand that. You can? I mean... I feel like that when I absolutely must do something I don't like. Like math. Really? Yeah? Yeah. You're most definitely not alone. I feel like a lot of people do things they are supposed to do. Not because it makes them happy. That way you guys can see it behind me. I think it's more than doing things that make you happy, though, says May. I need purpose. I want to feel like my life has direction. It's cliche, but... why not do what you love? It's not that easy. If I knew what I love doing, I'd be doing it by now. But I don't know what I want to do. 3 options. Is it constant? I'll help you. You like nothing? I'll help you. I'll help you. We'll figure this out. I'll try out every hobby and profession with you if that's what it takes. Thank you. Why are you so good to me? Because I'm worried about you and I care about you. I want you to feel better. Stare outside. Oh, this is relaxing, but I'm also getting tired. Really? I'm wide awake. I think I'm just tired in general. How so? Do you ever feel like every day is like the same day? Kind of. It's a satisfying sort of monotony? Monotony? Is that how you say it? Monotony? I don't know. Kind of. It's a satisfying sort of monotony. A day where I stay inside, windows open, with tea and a book is like the good shift. The good shit. Oh, sorry. Oh. Do you feel the same? I don't know. I feel like I wake up, do things I don't enjoy, and go to sleep. Then I do it all over again. Depressed. Let time pass or select depressed. I'm gonna put... I don't feel like I have the right to say, like... But maybe it's how you phrase it. Like, are you depressed in question, not stating that they are? Let's acknowledge it. There you go. You have to ask the question. Don't state it. Just, like, ask them. Like, do you feel depressed? Do you think it's depression? Do you think you're depressed? Maybe? I took antidepressants a long time ago, but felt like they didn't work. That sucks. Maybe it's the type of antidepressant? Maybe you need to try a different one. Ugh. Listen, don't take my advice, actually. I don't know anything. Me either. Not just about this, but in general. I feel you. Has it gotten better, or the tiredness? Not really. By now, I kinda just want to die. Ah! Okay, it's gone on to the tough, nitty-gritty stuff. I gotta hydrate for this one. Gotta move my coffee away so I don't spill it. Alright, gonna hydrate. Alright, my head's in it to win it. Got it. Either two options. Suicidal or understandable. Do we just state it? This is so intimate. This is super intimate. We're gonna go with understandable. No, I can understand. You must be dealing with some shit. Please don't tell anyone. They might kick me out of school. That's the last thing I need. Of course, I won't tell anyone. Thanks. Personal help, I felt that. I felt that. You wanna make sure they feel like it's relatable, because I think we all go through it. Some sort of like process. Especially when you're dealing with stress. I know where you're coming from, I think. You do? Yeah. Then I wouldn't have any problems. But then I wouldn't have anything after life. There's nothing. For me, if this is the only... Wait, what? I gotta read it. Ugh. For me, if this is the only show I get, then why step out early? Oh, like life's a show? So life is like... Life is like... I was always told that life is like the theater. We all play a role, and we're all... It's kind of like acting. So if life is a stage, and life is like a role we play, we get to experience based off our choices. It's kind of like the Wizard of Oz. That's kind of like how life is. If you think of like theatrically, if it had all those representations, it's like you have a role in life, and it's all based off your decisions, and that you can, like the Wizard of Oz shows that Dorothy, she has the role of like a lost girl, a lost young woman in a strange world. And she kind of goes through a change of like trusting and making friends. And I guess that's the way I get the idea of people referring to life as... symbolically as like acting. Sometimes you gotta like pull through it and put on your brightest smile. And even if you're down, always smile about it. That way you want to feel good, even if you're... And it's okay to feel sad too, but you always want to make sure that by the end of the day you're smiling. It could be for something you like or appreciate. Sometimes it's called Red Hot Fire. It's like a bubble gum, and it's like hot cinnamon flavor. So as a kid, even if I got really sad, if I failed like a math test, or I was having a bad day, I wanted to have something to smile about, so I would like chew gum. And it was one of my favorite gums as a kid. So it's like a childhood favorite candy. Hot Fire gum. It's like super red and like flavorful. It's like hot cinnamon. So good. I recommend trying it if you like cinnamon. But if you don't like cinnamon, then I don't recommend it. So I wanted to have a reason to feel good. And like, you know, I didn't want to overindulge in like eating. But I wanted to have like something quick. Something like I could chew. You know, less calories or whatever. At least AI Mother was very calorie... she had a lot of... I guess she taught us some good habits when it came to eating. Like proportions and stuff. It's always good to have proportional understanding to food. That way you don't want to overeat, but then you don't want to eat too little either. Some bowls are made to help make sure you get kind of like all your diet requirements. Well, you know, enough of that. That's something I learned as a kid. Like, drink a full cup of water. If you don't get full easily, that's a helpful tip I had as a kid, because I was a very chunky kid. So AI mother was like putting me on like at least she'd have me drink 2 cups of water before I ate dinner. That way I felt full, and as I ate dinner I could pace myself, because children kind of learn. It's not something that they automatically know. It's kind of like when you have fur babies. You gotta teach your fur babies how to pace themselves when they eat. So if your fur baby eats too quickly, it could be a kitten or a puppy. They're like children in a way. You gotta teach them at the early stages, or even like if they're an adult or, you know, full-grown doggy or cat. At least I've only had experiences with cats and dogs. Mildly birds and fish. I feel like you don't really have to monitor birds and fish. I mean, you do, but I don't have that experience to really know too in depth. So all I know is like feeding your cat or dog. You gotta make sure you put like a rubber ball, like a toy. You put it in the center of their food so that way they don't eat too quickly. Sometimes they'll eat so fast, they'll ingest air. They'll inhale air into their stomach, and it could cause them to barf or feel nauseous after. So that's something I learned. I guess that kind of ties into like also, you know, when you teach your kiddos. I mean, parenting styles are all different, but that's what AI Mother did for me. To help make sure that I could understand not to overindulge. Is a great way to put it. Yeah, it was super chubba chubba. So I only speak from my experience. Can't really say anything for others. But that's what AI Mother did for me, because she loved me. I hated it though. I was like, you're making me drink water. And then I can't enjoy my food because I'm so full. And AI Mother would be like, because I don't want you to get any chubbier. And I'm like, okay, fine. Switching in between voices. Yeah, AI Mother cared. She was a stern mommy, but she loved me. She didn't want me to get so chubba chubba I'd explode like the Oompa Loompa. Isn't it like that blueberry girl? What was her name was Violet. There was a scene from Willy Wonka's Chocolate Factory movie. The one with, what's his name? Dang it! He plays in Pirates of the Caribbean. He played Jack Sparrow. I gotta remember, big brain, big brain. Someone used telepathy somewhere. Telepathy. Oh, what's his name? Johnny Depp. Thank you for using telepathy. Finally, it hit me. Whew. So Johnny Depp, he plays in Willy Wonka's Chocolate Factory, the second version of the movie, like the most early 2000s up-to-date movie. And there was a character called Violet. She chewed a purple bubble gum to taste all the flavors of like breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And it was in the testing process, but she was like, I know how to chew gum. I'm a gum expert, blah, blah, blah. She chews the gum because she's a stubborn kid. She learned the hard way. She blew up like a blueberry. And ever since I saw that scene, I listened to AI Mother telling me to drink water. I was like, I don't want to explode because they had a juicer. Isn't that scary? Juicing a child? Like, that's morbid and disturbing. I mean, Violet lived. She became super flexible leaving the factory, but they didn't win any money. Everybody went there for like the prize because they all thought it was like financial wealth or something. As like the gift at the end if you make it to the final round, because he was like interviewing people to take over his business. Jack and Blaze 399. Hi, honey. Sup? Am I the honey or am I the bee? Am I a honeybee? Full of sugar and sweetness? Come on! Says, hey Sprinkles, internet should be fixed now. I was catching up on old streams and really liked it when you were green. Really? You like me green? Come on! You want me to turn green for you? I can turn green. Hold on. Oh, hold on. I gotta remember which button. How do I turn green? I gotta think. Did I turn green? I had to think really hard. Now I'm green. Come on. Says... also, how are you feeling? I heard you got food poisoning. I did. And it was awful. And I had to do a quick update in case I died. I was like, if I die, you know, like, I just don't want you guys to be left open with nothing. You know what I mean? Because I'm the only one who has access to my channel. That's good. That's why you should have, like, a manager or somebody there to help make sure like to manage your social media content if something happens to you and you're unable to reach a computer. But thankfully I had my phone and I was like, I gotta let them know. I gotta let them know in case something happens. I didn't have to get my stomach pumped. I just slept through it. I went to bed feeling awful. And then by morning, I was feeling better, but just severely dehydrated. It's like I had to vomit, but it couldn't come out. Like, it wouldn't come out. So it was like dry heaving. It felt like it got caught in my throat. TMI! But it felt like it got caught up in my throat, and it just wouldn't escape my body. And my fever was like... I was super hot. I felt like I was boiling alive. It was scary. I was like, I'm being punished! I was like, what did I do? But it happens. We get food poisoning sometimes. So my body was increasing its temperature to kill my bacteria or your infection. That's why we get fevers. It's the body's way of combating those viruses and germs. So I caught something. And that's why it's a kind of like... it's a characteristic of getting sick, right? You get a fever, your body gets achy, you may vomit, you may have diarrhea. I didn't have diarrhea. I wish I had diarrhea. I prefer diarrhea over vomiting. I do. I don't want to heave. Because if you vomit too much, the acid from your stomach can damage your teeth. Which is why upchucking isn't, you know, it's not a healthy habit. Some people have the habit of, you know, it's like a food eating disorder. And it's where they, you know, they eat a heavy meal and they upchuck it. Honestly, to each their own. But the reason why people, they advise not to do that sort of habit for eating is because of the stomach acid. It's only how you can endanger your mouth, your tongue, and your teeth. Because the stomach acid is very strong. And there's a reason why it's not closest to your mouth, if that makes sense. Like, if you think about your anatomy, there's a reason why your stomach is far away from your esophagus. Esophagus? 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 You know what I mean. Your throat. There's a reason why it's the farthest away. Same with, like, your... Same goes for your, like, intestines. You don't want your butt to your mouth because it's not sanitary, right? So that's why your intestines, you know, having, you know, the poop and all the food... Well, I would say, like... Your body takes the nutrients, and then what's left over is the toxins from what you eat. And the toxins get excreted from your, you know, your bum and through your pee. After your kidneys filter out, like, any kind of fluids, all the toxins the kidney wants to dispel will go, you know, it'll be your pee. So that's why your pee doesn't smell good. That's why your poop doesn't smell good. Because that's all the toxins your body's getting rid of in the form of poo and pee. For anybody who was curious. And that's my basic understanding. My basic understanding of poop and pee and why the dietary tract is farthest away from your mouth because of how complicated it is. And for your safety. But there are some species that have their butt and their mouth very close together. Like there is a sea cucumber. The sea cucumber actually has its butt and mouth as the same entrance and exit for their food. So both they'll ingest through that mouth and also excrete the toxins through that same hole. Yeah, like a sea cucumber. They're big and weird looking. They call them sea cucumbers because they actually look like a giant cucumber. And certain types of species will go inside of their bum hole and live inside of them and eat their poop and the food they eat. It's kind of sad. It's like a parasitic relationship between a sea cucumber and like other fishes that get inside of them. I would hate that. Imagine living your whole life and a parasite just entering and exiting your body. I'd be so uncomfortable if parasites did that. But most of the time, parasites that we do get, thankfully, they live inside of our gut or our intestines. That sort of thing. Gosh, my voice. But yeah, there's a little me and my basic understanding. Virgil says howdy. Howdy, buddy. SCP-939 Guide Enjoyer says, bro, professional help ain't fixing that. Fixing what? Oh gosh, this I forgot. Okay, make it go back. Oh gosh, I forgot. Andrew A says, dang, I can understand 1 cup of water, but 2 cups seems like a lot. Unless they're similar cups. Of water? Of water? Wait, what? JackupBlaze399 says, please take care of yourselves, Sprinkles. We want to spend a long time together with you. I would too. I got emotional. I started crying. That's how much I was like in pain. I had never experienced food poisoning to that degree. It was very undescribable. Like, think of a hot dog boiling in hot water. If I could give it that, like a visual description of how I felt, that's how I felt. Like, my body was the hot dog boiling in a big, big pot of water. You know how hot dogs explode if they're in there too long? They'll, like, pop? That's how my whole body felt. Like I was gonna pop or something. So hot. So we got 3 options. I appreciate your understanding. That's why I was late on the schedule, on the art. I tried illustrating the artwork for this week, trying to finish the last few remaining touches, and I couldn't. I was like, I don't know what's wrong with me. 𝑧𝑰𝑵, you green again! And my phone is charging right now. I am green. Kuman says, that's why you swear when you're sick? What? 𝑗acoblaze399 says, I wish I had diarrhea. I do. I preferred it. I would prefer diarrhea versus vomit. Kuman, when you're green, you get zombie vibes. So I suppose you're ready for Halloween? Hell yeah, man. But I kind of like my pink vibes. What do you think about me being pink? I feel like cotton candy or like bubblegum. I prefer bubblegum versus cotton candy. I know I'm an airhead, but being referred to as cotton candy feels like a major insult. It's like you're full of air, which is why we call you cotton candy. I mean, if you call me sweet and delicious, I'll be over it. I'm like, okay, I'll take it. I'll take it as a compliment. Sweet and delicious, but a little airhead. Alright. 𝑧𝑰𝑵 says, what? Andrew A says, I meant the water your mother had you drink before you ate that you mentioned. Oh! Oh, yes! As a child, because I was a very chunky kid, I was on medication for, I guess the context would be, I was on medication for ADHD. And the medication, it changes up, like, the way your body functions. So it interrupted how hungry and how, like, my eating habits. It affected that aspect of it, where I couldn't feel full or confused the way my metabolism... Yeah, it affected my metabolism and my stomach. I don't know, like, it felt numb. Like, I felt like my brain was numb, because it's supposed... ADHD medication, depending on which kind, because there's, like, so many. I don't remember the prescription. I'd have to go through the, like, documents and the file stuff. But it definitely kind of numbed me. Like, I just felt like a vegetable. I think it affected me... Because medication is a drug, right? But medication is a prescribed drug. That's more of the description for medication. But it's still drugs, guys. Just given from a doctor. Like, your drug dealer is the doctor. You know, legally, they're your drug dealer. So if you think about it that way, you're kind of like, whoa. 360 kind of thought process kind of starts seeping into your mind. Like, you know what? A doctor is like a drug dealer. It's like the drug lord. The pharmacy is like the drug lord, and the doctor prescribing the medication, legal medication, is the drug dealer. Isn't that kind of crazy? If you think about it. I don't know, just think about it. Some people are like, yeah, I can see that. But it's like the legal version, like the legal method. Because usually drug dealer and drug lord, those are like a negative connotation of someone doing it illegally, providing drugs. But a doctor and a pharmacy is like literally the reflection, like the mirror image of what they do. They do the exact same thing. One's legal, one's illegal. And it still affects your body. I can only speak from my experience of how it affected me. But when I do have kids, if I have kids, they're not taking medication only because I don't want them to be affected the way I was. I was very, very overweight as a kid. And that's why they took it off. They took me off the medication because it affected my metabolism, my hormones. I was hitting puberty. My body was getting dysfunctional. I don't remember what the prescription was. And I'm not, well, how do I put it? I would say everybody has a preference and it affects everyone's body differently. That's just how it affected me. I didn't see a lot of kids being affected the same way. It's just how my body was. And do keep in mind, I have severe allergies. It could be that I was allergic to the drug. I mean, that's for, you know, food for thought. I could very well have been allergic to the medication, with it causing my body to swell, with me not thinking properly. It wasn't doing the job that it was intended to do. So the doctor just took me off of it. They're like, you know what? It's not working for you. Just continue going to your courses for dyslexia and ADHD. Because they'll do like training helpful courses they'll offer at certain school districts. They're like, hey, I know your kid has ADHD, but here's a course you can take. Sign your kid up for so they learn how to have focus, how to stay organized. It's really simple, basic stuff. Like have a binder, have tabs, color code. Get your kids into color coding, highlighting, taking down notes, having a planner. Those are simple, basic, helpful tips if you're gonna teach your kid how to get off medication or not have them on it. And I was thankful that other kids weren't becoming overweight with their medication, but I was. So yeah, if you're allergic to a prescription, you know, notify your doctor the symptoms of how it's affecting your body. That way they can make note of it and it can help other patients too. Always give feedback. Don't feel embarrassed. But I was like a middle schooler. I wasn't an adult, I was like a kid. And kids can't help what their parents give them. My parents were just thinking about what was best for me. And that's what they did. It's because they loved me. They still love me, you know? It's because they care. But they didn't know, and you learn as a parent what works for your kid and what doesn't work for your kid. It's a trial and error. It's like how to keep your kid alive 101. We all wish there was a book for it. It'd be so cool if they had a class. Keep your kids alive! Basic lessons, tips, and helpful suggestions for young parents or parents starting off their family. Like, don't worry, by the end of this course lesson, we'll have you prepared and more confident in yourself that your kid won't die. Because I think it's gotten easier in recent time. There's a lot of medical help with birth and keeping track of your kid's health. You know, from infant to toddler to child to teenager to adult. There's a lot more assistance now in this current day and age where people have, like, they have medical assistance, help, sort of thing. But back then, like, if you go back 300 years, it wasn't as good as it is today. And the vitality rate of children and infants was very high back then. If you go back to the Victorian times, they have a lot of documents of stories about families and that sort of thing, that it wasn't easy. If you think about those kids, they had horseback lessons, writing lessons, they had tea time, they had instrumental courses, vocal lessons. And the reason why they gave their kids that opportunity to explore their creativity and their literature side to like hobbies and stuff like that is because parents in that era, if you go back to the Victorian era, that's quite some time ago, but it wasn't too long ago. They did it because they couldn't guarantee that their kid would survive to adulthood. And this is me watching history, BBC, going off the British channel, the UK channel. I go into, like, on YouTube, they have videos where it talks about what did parents do in this era and how did they keep their kids alive? What were the things they faced? Just getting perspective of how fortunate we are today that your kid has a higher survival rate than they did way back then. And that wasn't too long ago. So I consider that now. So, like, you know, there's a lot of, like, help you have. Of course, it costs money and it's expensive, but it's worth it because your kid gets to survive and live. And so I take that into consideration, that those kids in those illustrations, those paintings, it's not that they were spoiled brats. They literally, their parents wanted them to have a most fulfilled life, even if it was short, which is so poetic and beautiful. So you see those paintings of those little kids and like decked out in a beautiful dress and a tuxedo. I'm sure there's a different name for it, in a suit. Just know that not all those kids made it to being like you and me, or you and I. You and I think that's how they say it. Yeah, not all of them made it. Sad. And then the parents would have to put the portraits away because it would make them too emotional. Alright, back to story! Go back to story! Oh my god! Andrew A! Legalized drug dealing? Basically. Garslane! Hello! Jacka Blades says, I know I'm an airhead. At least you're self-aware. Yes, I am. When it comes to working, you have to hide you're an airhead because you want them to know you're confident in your skills. Yes. Oh, I forgot. There's a part of my hair that isn't pink. Hopefully you can't spot it. Andrew A. Kuman says, my sister had the same effect. I took ADD medicine, which caused me to not eat. There was also that side effect too. It affects your eating habits, which is why AI Mother had me drink 2 glasses of water. So that way I could feel full, because it affected my metabolism. So I had to eat less because my body would just swell. 𝑧𝑰𝑵 says, but I rarely take medicine. Luckily, I'm not allergic to anything. That's good. I was making sure I catch up to everybody. Carlos, what's up, Carlos? Yeah, man. Okay, I forgot. We're in this game. Yeah, this is a long game. There's multiple endings. Professional help when pain outweighs caring. Glad you're alive. I'm glad you're alive. Maybe it's selfish, but I'm glad you're scared. I don't want you to go. You mean a lot to me. Confession of love? Thanks. What was that flash of light? Let time pass. We talk more about everything and nothing. From TV shows and memes to our worst fears and biggest desires. Okay, I gotta fix something. This is so loud. We're putting it at 50. Or I'm just taking it down. I think I'm gonna take it down. Yeah. It distracts me from reading. Okay. Resume! Oh man, I missed it. Is this my room? She has egg. She has an egg kind of colored bedsheet. What do I do? We let time pass. Did I ruin the game? Maybe I broke the game. I'm so sorry. We let time pass. Are we just supposed to enjoy the silence? I can't be quiet. During my intimate moments, like this one, I'm never quiet. You're gonna have to stick a little X, comical, cartoonish X symbol over my mouth. And be like, silence, Sprinkles! We're enjoying the quiet time moment. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna rip it off and be like, so anyway, and continue on with the new conversation. But that's how it would be like a dating simulator with Sprinkles. It's like, you gotta find the little X marker to silence me. And if you don't find it, it's unfortunate. Just imagine intimacy, and I'm just like, blah, 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 blah. And the other person wanting silence. That's how you find the one, when you're both like, blah, 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 blah. Then they're like, blah, blah, blah. That's how intimacy... That's how intimacy should be. That's my ideal intimacy. Like this moment here. Oh gosh, my mouse. It should be where you both are conversating. That's how I picture it. I'm like, this is the one. We can talk and them not try to silence me. I'll listen. It's not like I'm blabbing the whole time. But it's also different because I'm a streamer. Streamers, they'll have pauses. But you're here to socialize. You hop onto a stream so you can talk together. Yeah. They do have channels where they have pre-recorded videos of silence. I mean, it's good to toggle back and forth, because you still want to interact with someone. We come here to gather together this day, this humble day, to enjoy games and talk. 𝑗ackablades399. What is this music playing right now? The one before this one. Oh, the music. It's not the game music, it's a copyright, non-copyright. Sorry, I gotta rephrase that. Non-copyrighted music. What did I do? I made a mistake. I broke the game. You guys, I broke it on accident. Dang it. 𝑧𝑰𝑵 says the earballs are not pink. Yes, they're white. I should have made them pink, like this green version. Yeah, I should have made them pink, but I didn't. Move myself right here. I feel like we should look away. It's so intimate. Andrew A says, Sprinkles offended the game by silencing the FX. Oh, so now it won't let you play. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Andrew A, if your theory happens to be correct, I'm scared. What if it did? Oh, the game's angry. The heart has a face. What do I do? The game's mad at me. I'm spamming buttons. Hello? Hello? It doesn't have any settings for... it doesn't have game mechanic settings, like how to toggle. What do I do? The game's mad at me, and I'm hungry now. I'm craving a hot dog. I don't care how gross the truth is that hot dogs are like made out of a combination of chicken, pork, and beef. I'll still eat it. It reminds it reminds me of an episode of what is it called? Arthur? Arthur from PBS Kids. I'm gonna spam as I give you this little short story time. I'm gonna try to buy myself a moment to figure out what to do. So yeah, like there was an episode of Arthur where DW was interacting with a frog, and the frog had a hot dog in its mouth. Or was it, no, there was Arthur, DW, and then there was the baby sister. I forgot the baby sister's name. Well, their toddler sibling, like the baby, she was talking to a frog with a hot dog in its mouth. And it was like supposed to be a cigar reference, like smoking reference, but you know, it's a kid show, so it couldn't be a cigar. So it had to be a hot dog. She ends up taking the hot dog and eating it, and after that, I was obsessed with the hot dog, where I would have it in my mouth, like I was smoking a cigar as a kid, because of the PBS show Arthur. He's like an arbor? Yeah, Jesus, come on now. Okay, let me quit, and let me open it again. I think the game's mad at me. The game is very mad at me. Silence. I'm not getting copyrighted, okay? I just silence you. Where am I again? Oh yeah. Andrew A says the game was like, you want silence? Fine, I'll give you silence and nothing more. No! Resume! Ah, it started all over again! No! I started all over again? The game really was mad at me. I'm sorry. Dang it. What can I do? I'm just gonna work. This is weird. Annoy my roommates. No. Yes. Knock. Junior Sanchez, hello. Ooh! Sometimes I have family coming into chat. Happy birthday! Happy birthday, Junior Sanchez! Ugh. I don't know. Wait, well, hold on a minute. I meant to say, actually, wait. I have a cousin, and his name is Sanchez. Oh my god, all these emotes are wrong! All these emotes are wrong, no! How do I do this? There it is. Oh dear. The music is so intense too. Well, happy birthday to everybody! Happy birthday! I'm so awkward. I was like going through the toggles. Happy birthday, everybody. If today's your birthday. But I have a cousin also by Sanchez. Which reminds me of the Book of Life, because there's a character by Sanchez. It's kind of like a very, it's a common last name. Well, kind of, depending on your region. We're gonna spam through it. Oh, wait, Jesus, what? Oh yeah, I can't spam. I have to carefully select. Take a break. I need to catch up to where I was a minute ago. But I don't know if I can remember the choices I chose. Because the game glitched out and I'm being punished. She went back into her room to get something. Zodiel says, calm down, Sprinkles. Yes, I'm trying. I got sporadic. Talk about life. Muerto says I can't be allowed to talk for long periods of time because I work myself up and rant and my voice does not give out. Oh, so you go on forever? I wondered, I wish I could do a voting poll. Too bad tablets don't do that. Tablets should be allowed to do voting polls. I would do a voting poll for you guys to tell me. Like, when it comes to like intimate moments, do you prefer... Maybe you prefer like a balance of like silence and like conversation? How are you? I gotta be conscious of the options. I love the idea of voting polls. It's just too bad it's only available on PC. Because I'm using my tablet to monitor chat so I can get a live feedback. What do you mean? So this is where she confesses that she's kind of going through a rough spot in her life. I understand. So they go through exchanging that they both kind of have their ups and downs, and that it's okay. It's about life and their direction and what they're doing and what they want to do as a career, because they're both in college, so they both have courses. That's why I chose the game, because this reminds me of back when I was in school. Is this constant? Have you always felt this way? Pretty much, yeah. By now, it's not a good feeling, but it's uncomfortable. I'm not sure if I want to change. And even if I did, wouldn't know how. I'll help you. I'll help you. We'll figure this out. I'll try every hobby and profession with you if that's what it takes. Thank you. Why are you good to me? Because I'm worried about you and I care about you. Thank you, Andrew A. Thank you for the donation for the boba tip. Thank you. I gotta remember their voices. I want you to feel better. Stare outside. This is the dialogue we didn't get because it glitched out and I was being punished. We got the dialogue now. Thank God. Okay. There you go. Just a little bit more. Oh, no, I missed it! She said, this is like really relaxing. Really? I'm wide awake. Oh, I think I'm just tired in general. How so? Ta-ding! Do you ever feel like every day is like the same day? Kind of. It's a satisfying sort of monotony. A day where I stay inside, windows open, with tea, and a book is the good shit. Oh. Do you not feel the same? Gotta get more breath so my voice can carry when I do deep voices. I don't know. I feel like I wake up, do things I don't enjoy, and go to sleep. And then do it all over again. Depression! Is this what you're feeling? I'm glad she, asks it in the form of a question, of inquiry. Do you think you're depressed? Maybe? I took antidepressants a long time ago, but it felt like they didn't work. That sucks. Maybe it's the type of antidepressant? Maybe you need to try a different one. Don't take my advice, actually. I don't know anything. Me either. Not just about this, but in general. I feel you. Has it gotten better? The tiredness? Not really. By now, I kinda just want to die. This is where we go into it. I gotta pick the same options I did before. Are you suicidal? Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Was that too blunt? Feel free not to answer. No, you're good. Yeah, I think about it sometimes. I feel like we all do, though. Yeah, that's true. I think everybody kind of goes through the thought process. It's completely normal. Just know it's normal, but it's not normal for it to stay constant. You want to make sure it's something that you experience, but it's not all the time. If it's all the time, then, you know, there's always somebody who cares and loves you and wants the best for you. And just keep that in mind when you're going through that thought process. And that everybody in this world has those exact same thoughts in different parts of their life for different reasons. It could be a very stressful environment, situation. And just know you're gonna get through it because everybody eventually does. It's like plants that grow. When plants grow in extreme harmful environments that aren't fit for them, if they keep pushing through it, they'll sprout from their little sapling. And they'll grow and grow and it gets better. You get stronger, you do it better. You know what I mean? But, you know, always reach out to people that love you and that they want the best for you. And from there, it'll give you a direction of how to get out of that funk. Just know we all get a little funky. I imagine how it'll go down. How it'll look, smell, the aftermath. Ew! Okay, I get it now. She's talking about what's left, you know. If she goes through with it, what's left behind of what's left of her. Oh, she's hugging a teddy bear! Whether anyone would care that I'm gone. Not just about how I went. Oh. How? So, okay. I understand. Either we say how, are you serious? Let's not entertain the thought, but let's bring some understanding. If we entertain it, it'll get a lot more... It'll get a lot more graphic. We could, but I don't want her to get stuck in that mindset. But she's revealing it, right? But we don't want to just dispatch it under the rug. I guess we'll say how? Because if she's thinking about it, if she finally voices it, it'll be off her chest. Because it's in her head, right? Like all those thoughts and feelings, it's in her mind. But if she voices it and shares it, it'll kind of escape. Instead of it being stuck in her head the whole time, if she finally admits how she's kind of thought about it, it'll relieve her of the idea that it's trapped inside of her. Which is why, like, talking about it's supposed to be healthy. So that way, it's not something that only you are in the thought process of, you know, of those options. It'll be like, hey, I talked about it with someone, and now I'm fully understanding my thoughts better and kind of working through it so that way you do what's better for you instead of the opposite. You know what I mean? How would it go down? Do you really want me to talk about it? I'd probably cry. Oh, you're right. Never mind. I know you're awkward around crying people. Hey. I mean, me too. Don't worry. Yeah, it sucks. Gun policy makes it hard to get a gun around here. If I owned a gun, I'd probably be dead a long time ago. I'm scared of other methods. I might survive, and if I do, the pity people would feel. My brain damage that I'd have, it's scary. Well, I'm glad I gave a disclaimer to the very beginning. Duh. If anyone needs a breather, take a breather. Because this game, missed messages, it goes into... There's so many outcomes of either you talk to your roommate, and the other outcome is that you don't. And it goes into how choices you make matter. It's kind of like a dating simulator, but also multiple endings. I'm glad you're alive. There's that option, or there's I understand. I'm glad you're alive. Maybe it's selfish, but I'm glad you're scared. I don't want you to go. You mean a lot to me. Thanks. Oh, my voice cracked. Let time pass. You matter to me, man. Don't get lost in your thoughts. You matter. We talked more about everything and nothing. From TV shows and memes to our worst fears and biggest desires. Before we knew it, every evening dawned. I gotta go. I have work. Yeah, good luck. I'm always down to hang again. Yay. Thank you for listening to me. It really means a lot. Although I had work, I didn't regret talking to May one bit. Hopefully she doesn't do anything, I swear to God, May. I didn't have this deep conversation with you because I didn't care. I'm gonna go see her. May's... Oh, her door's open now. Get the symbolism? Her door was closed because she was closed off from the world and people. And now that it's cracked open, it means she's open to sharing how she feels. It could be a personal life, you know, situation going on. And she's having these thoughts. It's, you know, it's good she has a roommate that cares enough to listen. Because not everybody's fortunate to have this similar situation. Just know that people do care about you. Maybe they don't voice it or show it enough. Sometimes people have, even parents have a parenting style where they're very stern. And that's the only way they know how to share, like to show they love you. Even if they're very stern with you, just know that it's because they care. Even if they come off like a little a-hole. Yeah, some parents are a little a-hole-y because they just want to be... You know, they get so lost in the disciplinary aspect of being a parent that they forget to show the loving side. And sometimes that's a side of a parent you don't ever see. Just know it has to do with their upbringing and their personal trauma. And that's something you learn, or at least I've learned from my family. It could be like a Thea or a Theo or my parents, that they all have trauma from childhood that they have a hard time escaping, and it kind of ties into their parenting style. They're so avoidant in fear of hurting you that they kind of come off like hands-off parenting, or a little distant or too stern. And it's not that they don't care, it's because they're so afraid to break you. Like, when they look at you, they still see a kid. And that's what I learned. I mean, I'm still learning. There's still things I don't understand, but I'm starting to get a perspective of what a parent feels, at least in reason behind what they do. You know, sometimes some parents, they're just unavailable, and it could be that they're facing their trauma, and it's something they need to work through instead of avoiding their children. I can't speak for all people, but this is just me from learning from my family and things they've shared with me, their experiences growing up, and why it affected their parenting style. Some parents aren't touchy because they experienced some really bad, major, life-changing, altering situations as a child, and that's why they're not very huggy or touchy. And, you know, not TMI, but some parents, I don't want to say it, but I think someone could grasp what I'm trying to say without me saying it directly. I don't want anybody to feel, you know, to get in that headspace, but sometimes that's why parents aren't huggy. It's because when they were kids, they experienced something they shouldn't have, and it led to them being less loving physically, but more affectionate when it came to maybe like how they verbally expressed it instead, or what they taught you. Maybe they were a little strict and stern because maybe their childhood wasn't strict enough and it put them in a situation that they shouldn't have been in. And that's as far as I'll go. But that's why I understand my parents better. Yep. That's why they weren't so huggy. But aside from that, let's go back into the game. It's not that, you know, they love me, but it's just, even as an adult, you still go through it. And maybe that's relatable to someone out there. Just know you're not the only one. And there are people that, you know, they'll talk about it. And I know it's a little hard and awkward, but just know that it comes from a good place, even if it's not obvious. And maybe someday they'll tell you. Just have the hope that someday they'll confess why. And you might see like a very sensitive, delicate side to your parent. And maybe some parents have. You don't have to share, like, but that's me sharing with you in confidence. Just know they love you. And they have their own parenting way. Yeah. May's door is May's door is open. I wonder if she is. Can I see? Hopefully she's okay. Let's go back to our work. Goth girl's phone wants to send you a note. I ignored it because I want to focus on the roommate. What's this? Should I accept it? Let's work. I'm too concentrated on May. Planes. Y equals mx plus b. After some time, I start to lose focus. WTF, it's a partial abbreviation. What does that mean? Partial derivative, replace the variable with variable but keep other the same. Is that it? We can work or we can accept this. But I think if we accept, I feel like we should stay. Alif! Hello, buddy! Good morning! Alif says, a lot of parents want their child to be better than them, but sometimes in extreme ways. Yes, you have to acknowledge there's some extreme parenting styles where discipline is over the top. And yes, very good point, Alif. There is that aspect of parenting that people should be aware of. Try not... It's hard to say, like... It's hard to give criticism to any parent. Unless it's you reflecting off of your own childhood and upbringing. I think that's different, but very valid point. Thank you. Gatsu says, oh, what did I miss? Why are you green? Yes, I am green. But I can also be pink. I like this cotton. I like this bubble gum. Andrew A says, enjoy the rest of the game, Sprinkles, and everyone have fun. Bye, Andrew. Thank you for coming. Andrew A says, well, I need to sleep. I need to get going. I have an important meeting tomorrow. I need to get some sleep. And says, enjoy the rest of the game. Oh, thank you for coming, Andrew A. Andrew Ghoul, somebody. She-Hulk, yes. I can be your She-Hulk. I can be your strong woman. Muerto says, when I was 26, my family went on a hike. I went on my own path. My parents started asking strangers to look out and take care of me. Oh, muertos! Because they love you. They're like, my baby. Take care of my baby. That's a very nice, lighthearted story. Thank you, muertos. We needed to lighten the mood with some positive stories. It got a little deep in this game, and I got a little too sentimental and sharing. But I feel like it's okay. It's okay to share. We get to share our lives together. Which is why it's so important, you know? It's important to consider growing together. I think that's what we'll do on this channel, this community. We're just like little seedlings and we're all sprouting. And eventually we'll grow really tall. It'll go from a little garden to a forest. So we continue working. I make a valiant attempt at working. Valiant? Sounds like we're jousting in medieval attire. Valiant. That's a term I hear when it comes to medieval stories. After some minutes, I get tired and want to take a break. PEMDAS! Something with something PEMDAS. Her door is open. And I'm hungry! I'm actually hungry. I should have eaten a snack after the workout. I should grab some nuts and berries real quick. And a munchie, but it's late. We're gonna have a part 2, because like... I spent 30 minutes trying to understand, but ultimately ending up confused. Why am I a fool? A hooligan? An oaf with a PhD in buffoonery? Stop being so hard on yourself. Work? This sounds like the kind of like lo-fi music you listen to when you're studying. This is so accurate. I attempt to focus back on my work and succeed for some time. I begin to lose focus again, drifting off into the cosmos. May? Shortly after the day, May moved out. No! May! I was too honest. I should have been hesitant. She left me. She's like, my roommate's way too weird and forward and knows too much about me. Goodbye. No! I haven't heard from her since. No! There better be strict gun laws in this world. Where they are, because I don't want May going pop, you know what I mean? I'm sorry, May. I should have not been so inquisitive. Before she left, she'd written me a note. I was buried in the blizzard. The snow pelted powerful and unpredictable, never-ending. I weakly cried for help and no one came. My voice lost in the snow. But you saw my message. You grabbed a shovel, helped, and I could finally open my door. Oh! Text her. Whoa! So cool! I wonder if she'll reply. Hey, wanna catch up sometime? Or was I too much of a little, like, inquisitive roommate? I wonder if she's still alive. No! The end. Survivor. Surviving one night at a time. Thank you for playing. Game by Angela He. Inspired by real life. Evan and Junji Ito. Junji Ito? Junji Ito is a horror manga illustrator storyteller. Holy wow. Holy granzoli. I think that's a dish. Gargonzola? Oh, gargonzola. Isn't gargonzola like a cheese? I would love some cheese and crackers. Too bad I don't stream earlier in the day. That I could be snacking the whole time. I could be munching the whole time on screen. We got the ending, The Survivor. How do you guys feel? Muerto says it was weird. People were looking out for you. They're like, we love you. We sent some strangers to make sure you're safe. Aw, I'd be awkward. I'd be like, oh, thanks. Dalmatians! Hey! This is, by the way, sorry for missing so many streams. I've been caught up with personal stuff. It's okay. It's okay if you guys take a break and come back. I don't mind. I'm just glad you're still alive. I'm glad we're all alive right now. Pulling through. Alif says the first child is guinea pigs. Meanwhile, the middle child is appreciation. And the last child was the spoiled one more than the first or middle. Oh, goodness. Oh, Oh, that was a deep belch. Excuse me. I muted my mic because it was disgusting. Zario, did you beat the game? No, we only got one ending. Goodbye, Norton subscription. Go away. Glad you guys didn't see it. This is a little pop-up. We survived. But it wasn't a guarantee that she lived. Lady! Trigger warning. There are mentions of suicide and self-harm in this game. Viewer discretion is advised. Every time you restart, we're going back. We're gonna go save her. But yeah, I'll leave. Wow, Junji Ito's so thrilling. I know. Freaking love those comics. I used to watch. His name is... he used to read Ito Junji comic horror manga. Horror manga. I guess comic and manga are the same thing, but manga specifically to Japan. Comic is kind of like comic book of like in general, any region. But manga is like the specifics. But yeah, Junji Ito. So there's a person called... I remember his face, but I have to remember his face to remember his channel name. What is his name? Terry TV. He used to read Ito Junji horror manga. And he would be like really good at storytelling. He's like has a perfect voice for narration. I would love to see him do like, you know, reach out to people, other content creators, and like be a narrator for like maybe like a short manga book, like for audio. I think that's more his style. I think he's more into the manga aspect of storytelling and reading, more so than like a book. Because even I would feel intimidated by reading a book, like a novel. I did try to audition to read for audiobooks. It never happened. My voice is so unique and different. Imagine hearing this voice for an audiobook. Like, you know, reading through all the little the paragraphs. Like, welcome to audiobook. I am your narrator, and today I'll be reading title so-and-so and so-and-so, written by so-and-so. Chapter 1. Introduction. Welcome to the book. Here's a brief summary of how the story goes. And blah 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 blah. But yeah, I tried auditioning, but I'm just such an oddball. I don't fit anywhere. I'm not that typical narrator voice. I'm that wacky, goofy character kind of voice. It wasn't my time. It'll never happen. Cause I'm a goof. I'll never be that serious voice. Just imagine me as your audiobook narrator. If I write a book, I'll be the narrator. It'll be the most wackiest, goofiest, cringiest narration novel ever. It'll be like, so guys, you come and found my book. You found my book. You gotta fix my English grammar. You found my book. And this is me reading the book. Are you ready for the cringe? And I just read as I am. I guess being cringe is being your authentic self. Always be cringe and be yourself, okay? Don't let the world smother you in being a typical, idealized normie. Because no one's normal, man. Everybody's a goof. They're just hiding it behind a mask. They're all pretending. They're pretending to be normal. But no one is. It's like a weird... What do they call it? Oh my god, I forgot. There's a series called The Twilight Zone. Dramatic music cued. You know what I mean? I forgot what I was doing. What am I doing? Oh, yes. Sorry, I forgot. Okay, go back. Go through items. Zario, embrace the cringe, I say. Embrace the cringe. That's how you find the love of your life. I'll be on the hilltop singing the sound of music and forgetting all the words and sounding like a bird croaking. On an early Sunday morning, I'll be like... I should totally illustrate it. I'm on top of the hill. Sound of music. But cringe. And that's how I will find love. It'll hit me in the face like newspaper flying in the wind. And I'll topple over and have to embrace my newfound love. That's how it'll be. It'll be super epic and cringe. That's how the marriage proposal should be. It should be goofy and authentic to the person. Oh god, my voice. Time to get some water and gargle on live stream. As I gargle water in your ears. Okay, that's better. Whew,
live streams, am I right? Jet893, somebody. Are you naturally this nasally or is that just your voice? My voice, man? My voice is nasally. I admit it, my voice is nasally and pitchy. I can augment it, I can change it. Forgive me for being such a nasally voice, but it's distinctive if you think about it. My voice is distinctively nasally. You could probably catch me in a crowd and I'll start running. I'm not ready for a face reveal! Just run off into the distance. I'm not ready! This time we'll respond to the message. I kind of want to save our friend. I want to save this for last. Nah, let's accept it. Evie. Hey, Evie. But also the reason why my voice sounds nasally, at some point, my voice is sore. My throat is sore from all the talking. But yeah, my voice is nasally. Work? I make a valiant attempt at working. After some minutes I get tired and want to take a break. Should I try singing the song from Titanic, but with my voice? Wait, I can accept it, right? Ooh, it's a dog! Ooh, I can move it on screen! Look at that! You're so fluffy! That's a Pomeranian! Send a meme back. Send a note. Go back to work. Goth girlfriend sent us a photo. Making sure my mic is on. I can be more soft if you want. Jet893. You want me to have a softer voice? I can try. More airy? I'm questioning my logic here. Jet893 says, don't worry, I like your voice. It suits the bunny theme really well. A little dorkish bunny. Yes. Ooh, like that girl from Zootopia. The bunny lady. Her voice wasn't nasally, but it was distinctively quirky. I wonder if she'll respond. Thank you for dog. That's what we sent. Ew, it's so interactive. Goth girlfriend's phone wants to send you a note. Accept. You're welcome. Oh, almost coughed. You're welcome. So Pastel Princess's MacBook Pro. What are you up to? Is this a random person? Or is it like our actual goth girlfriend? My goth girlfriend's phone. iPhone. You know, some people said be careful because people can hack your phone information, your contact information, just by doing the drop menu. I can move this too? Sick! Oh my god, that's goth girlfriend. You guys, this is so realistic, I'm kind of nervous. But I shouldn't be. I gotta position it just right. That's supposed to be our music, but we all know I'm playing a different playlist. Too bad, so sad. Okay, what again? What am I supposed to do again? Oh yeah, options. Go back to work, working but can't focus, existential crisis. Working but can't focus. Existential crisis, because I'm dramatic. Help me! Existential crisis might do. What about you? Except goth girlfriend. Oh, I feel you. I hope I'm not distracting or bothering you. Hold on. Ugh. Ah, thank the Lord. My voice. Okay. I hope I'm not distracting you or bothering you. I mean, would let me know if you ever want to have crises together. I'm currently procrastinating on some work with makeup. Let's see the makeup. You're not distracting. I want to see the makeup, man. Show me the roar. I mean, do the roar. Is it gonna be here? Can I exit? Can I interact with the little dots? Goth girlfriend's phone wants to send a note. Tell me I'm beautiful, mother. Why are you calling me mother? Highly skilled? You're the cutest. Is this our actual girlfriend? It's our girlfriend. See, guys, there's two routes. You either talk to goth girlfriend or you talk to roommate. We all know what happened to our roommate. She left. We were too cringy. We were too open and transparent. And it made her uncomfortable to know that we knew her darkest, deepest secrets. Except, hi, you're the most beautiful. Whoa, the flirtation right now. I feel like we're third wheeling. Oh my god, no, you're so cute. Go out with me. Yeah, okay. Oh, Shrek meme! Oh my god, this is relevant. Yes, want to meet later tonight outside of my room? 206 Shrek? Are you for real? Shrek is live. Have you guys seen that? Shrek is live meme? There's a game where Shrek is live and you get intimate. Oh my god. I watched guys play back in high school. Oh my god. If you're looking for a cringy gameplay. But that one's a little inappropriate, if you get what I'm saying. Yeah, Shrek is live game. It's like a romantic relationship with Shrek, but it's also like... Yeah, we're just gonna move on now. Yes, I'll see you. Me, you. So what now? Oh, we leave? Later that night, I went out to meet goth girlfriend. Before I left, my roommate opened her door. You ditched me in the previous, but probably for good reasons. Where you're comfortable, like you wanted to be comfortable having a roommate that didn't know your darkest secrets. You're leaving? When will you get back? Probably after 9. Oh. Why? Why? Deeper voice. No reason. Okay, bye then. Wait! Before the day ends, happy birthday. You remembered? No one else remembered. I didn't even remember myself. Of course I remembered. She sang sweetly for me. Thank you. No, thank you for being my friend. What? As much as I hate the sound effects, resume. What? Why are you telling me this? I just thought life is short. Why not express my appreciation for the people I care about? In that case, you're also an amazing friend. Thanks for being my friend too. Aww. Well, see you later. Goodbye. You better be there when I get back, lady. You better not leave me. I met up with goth girlfriend. She told me her name, Amy. We walked the roof, laid out a blanket, and watched the stars. Oh shoot, so we live in the same apartment complex. Art, so you're into makeup, m'lady. So you're into makeup. Hell yeah, I am. God, can you imagine being so powerful you can transform into different people? Cause I can. God is a woman. Ooh, I don't know, the voices, nah. Expensive, makeup artist. Makeup artist, are you a makeup artist? Have you ever thought about being a makeup artist? You think I'm that talented? You're sweet. God, that'd be amazing. The competition is fierce, though. I'll just stick it with it as a hobby. That's fair. If you ever need someone to practice looks on, I volunteer as a tribute. Oh, because Katniss Everdeen, I volunteer as tribute. The Hunger Games reference, yeah. Dog, Shrek is love! Oh my god, you remember? Jesus, that game where he farts and I just remember the cringe. And I'm green. How relevant. Devotion, feel better, thank you. Thank you for stopping by and hang out and chat. 𝑗udge893. I can't caught up with chat. Yeah, Shrek is love. God. There's some people who are in love with Shrek. I guess it's his personality. But when he was eating at the table and he took out his earwax and used it as a candlestick, as DIY and creative as that was, my god. I almost vomited when he did that. I was like, ugh, ugh. Every time. I don't know, to think that it's his earwax was too much for me. I mean, creative, but oh my god. That's a lot of earwax. No wonder he comes off like he doesn't care. It's not that he's not choosing to listen. He literally had all that earwax in his ear and couldn't listen. Poor Donkey. Donkey, spoiler alert, Donkey gets married to the dragon and they have babies. Same goes for Shrek, he becomes a father. Mi padre. If you ever need someone to practice looks on, I volunteer as tribute. Amy! Her name is Amy?! I just noticed that. Amy! Here at beautiful campus. I'll definitely take you up on that. Let time pass, Sky. Expensive. Makeup is very expensive. I don't know if you guys know that, but makeup, man. Expensive. That's why I only use it for weddings or special occasions. Or like if I wanted to, you know, just feel, I guess for work too. Makeup is so expensive though. I know. An eyeshadow palette can cost like 50 bucks. That's 50 cheeseburgers. $1 a burger. And imagine being caught in the rain when you have a full face of makeup on. Not good, bro. Imagine needing to cry but holding it in because your foundation costs the equivalent of 20 Shamrock Shakes from McDonald's! I freaking love Shamrock Shakes. I didn't get it this year because it happened in March. I can make it at home, maybe. So true. My voice is becoming raspy. Let time pass, Sky, or airdrops. Yeah, airdrops. What about the airdrops you sent me, goth girlfriend? So, how many strangers did you airdrop besides me? Everyone that showed up. Maybe 5? Did you meet all of them? Nah, only you. I'm the only one? You were the only one to, like, send something back. I'm trying to laugh. Get into the character, Sprinkles. Embrace the character. Let time pass. Did you... Oh, why did you reply to me? Why did you reply? I don't know. Bored. Wanted to meet people. Meet people? Yeah, I have a lot of friends, but I want more. Especially close ones. Winky winky! That's why she called herself Goth Girlfriend. Because she wants herself a girlfriend. Or... yeah, I don't know. I don't know her preferences, but maybe both. It's a modern day era. Love is love. Okay, you don't have enough right now? Well, I used to have more close friends, but we grew apart. I feel you. It's always sad when someone you shared close personal moments with you grows distant. Yeah. It's left a void in my heart, you know? And I try to fill it in by meeting new people. Talking, dating, sleeping around. But no matter how many people I meet, I'm still so lonely. Filling the void? Is that what you're doing right now? Trying to fill the void with me? Wait a minute, are we about to get romantically... Well, this just went over my head. That's not why I thought they put out a blanket. Okay, that's why she called herself Goth Girlfriend to do girlfriend things. Okay, now I get it. It clicked. I got it now. Maybe. Yeah, close friends who can trust. Close friends who you can trust, anytime, anywhere, are the best. But there's gonna be times where you have none. During those times, I try to improve myself and learn to love the version of me that is now alone. Huh? Learning to love yourself is hard. Yeah. Sky. It's like we're floating in the sky together. On our own island. Away from the world. The sky's gorgeous tonight. I know, right? I'm forever that girl that gets really excited when the sky is in pretty colors. What do you think of when you look at the sky? Nothing. For once, only a feeling. Damn. Nothing? You know when your mind is constantly noisy? I look at the sky and I realize it's so much bigger than me. My problems mean nothing compared to it, and my mind becomes quiet. That's so poetic. Let time pass. As the sky darkened, I grew addicted to Amy's smile. Cause she's goth girlfriend for a reason. But she's only here for a good time. No! I want honest connection. I don't want a one-night stand. I want a deep, meaningful relationship. The dating scene right now is like that. It's like, I want something long-term. And they're like, nah, I just want short-term. I'm like, you know what? I gotta go. I'm sorry, I can't do this. You're looking for like a once-in-a-lifetime moment? No. Never! I forgot what button am I pressing again? Oh, but never mind. It's mouse point and clicker. Okay. It's getting late. We should head back. Aww. You're cute. Goodbye, kiss. Get Stevie on here. I just met you. I'm sorry. I can't be easy. I don't go down easy, lady. No thanks. That's fine. Text me. Airdrop me later, okay? Yeah, you don't give them the carrot. You gotta be like, you can have the carrot if we hang out more. You know what I'm saying? You want them to invest in you. If you give them everything, then they expect you to give everything to them every time. A good little kiss wouldn't hurt. It's different if you want that kind of action, but it all depends on where your state of mind is and how you're really feeling. I had turned my phone off to save battery. On my way back home, I checked my phone. May, you're a great friend. It's not your fault. Then 40 minutes before, I'm scared. No! We saved her last time. Maybe that's the only good ending for May, but we'll try again. Mom says, hey, sweetie, how's your day? What now? No! When I came back home, I felt cold, nervous, but I didn't know why. No! She's probably gonna say, don't open the door! Don't come in. Call the police. They know what to do. Love, May. Don't come in the room. No! I read the note. Don't come in. Call the police. They know what to do. Love, May. Don't come in the room. Okay, guys. I'm gonna put a sensor. But we're gonna open the door. We're gonna witness the truth like we never had before. I'm gonna open the door, okay? We still call the police, but I'm opening the door. What if I can give her CPR, okay? I'll try to give her CPR. Open door. Sensor corgi. Okay, nothing yet. The door felt heavier than usual as I opened the door. Sensor! I saw beep 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 beep. The smell, the sight. There was no blood, but I felt blood on my hands. I felt myself looking down at the scene myself. Her, the police that eventually came, a disembodied feeling, and my heart, I heard myself scream endlessly. It can't be shown on YouTube, okay? No! I like her plushies, though. I like her penguin plushie or ducky plushie. So you can see this part. Yeah, let me just maybe move it back. And then my disembodied self watched me move and talk like an actor in an unsurreal circus I found myself in. I overheard strangers and friends talk alike. Did you hear what happened? No, what? So like, beep, 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 beep. That's so sad. Who? Where? The second floor. You probably don't know her, May. No, but that really sucks. Most pitied the way she went, but didn't miss her. But I remembered her smile, her laugh, the way she'd be kind in small ways. I couldn't forget her. When new people came into my life, I searched for her in them. I couldn't help it. I hoped she was still here. It was only during the funeral that the reality sunk in. At the funeral, I heard her singing, now sad and slow. Her singing when everyone else forgot, and her not being here anymore to remember. As I listened to her, my disembodied self crashed down to reality. The pain hit, this time without the anesthesia of shock. This was real. She was deceased, and we were putting her in the ground. The end. Missed. No one saw it coming. Could I have? Was there a message I missed? We got the really bad ending. The first ending we got was we saved her. But the second ending, we did not. We're gonna play again, and we're gonna try to save her. Oh, this is different! A heavy blizzard stretched for miles. Every time you play the game, you get something different. In the distance, I saw a figure. May? It's not safe here. May, is that you? Come back! She just smiled, looking content amidst the dangerous hail. As if she was going somewhere better. As if she hadn't heard my voice lost in the blizzard. This is an ending? Please don't go! Don't go alone! She disappeared in the snow. I missed my chance. Ah! It's a flashback! It's like a foreshadowing premonition. There's a movie called Premonition. That one's wickedly wild. Take a spin for a watch, but it's like a thriller horror movie. It's called Premonition with Sandra Bullock. Love that lady. Talented. She reminds me of my mother. They kind of favor, but they favor, but I mean, of course my mother looks different. You know what I mean? I wouldn't say, you know, they're very down to the everything, but yeah. Sandra Bullock's my mother's favorite actress. Yeah. I wake up in a cold sweat, fearful but not sure why. What was that about? Foreshadowing premonition. Never mind that. I should start working. Ah, I need to work. But the dream, I can't focus. Decline! What is this? Should I accept? Decline! We can't have distractions. We gotta save May. Planes. I had to burp. Come on! I'm back. What did I miss? A bad ending. Ooh. Oh gosh! Hold on a sec. Oh, we end at 9. I almost forgot. We used to end at 11, but now we end at 9. Drink some coffee. I had some delicious coffee. I make a valiant attempt at working. But yeah, come on. You haven't missed too much. Also, A.K.A. Shinzu. Evie! Here we go. WTF, I know. We saved her the first time, and the ending was called Survived. The second ending was We Missed Your Messages. Evie says... A memory, yeah! It's like the game doesn't forget what you do. Wow. That's what makes a game rememberable, when it doesn't forget. Okay, let's save her. After some minutes, I got tired and wanted to take a break. That's weird, I hear voices. Seems like they're coming from my roommate's room. Oh, every time she dies, you get more info. The tour to my roommate, May. Time to eavesdrop. Save this lady. Getting closer, I hear voices. Listen. Although my Chinese was bad, I could still detect an angry Chinese mother when I heard one. Too lazy, why don't you? Her mother's fast. Lecturing Chinese sometimes paused for May's soft murmur of affirmation, then continued. I felt like I was listening to something I shouldn't have, so I distanced myself from the door. How will I listen? My door of my roommate, May. I hear voices. I respect their privacy. No! I gotta know what's going on. No. I think we're in Canada! This makes sense now. This makes complete sense. Work. I spend 30 minutes trying to understand, but ultimately end up being confused. Why am I a fool? A hooligan? An oaf without a PhD in buffoonery? Time to eavesdrop. Cause I wanna save her! We gotta save her, guys! Again. The door of my roommate May. I hear voices, but I respect their privacy. What do I do to pass the time? Wait, what'd you say? Another day, another special occasion to wear whatever I found on the floor. She says something different every time. Pros of wearing black, hot as hell. Cons of wearing black, it's hot as hell. Again? This outfit must have cost less than 50. One of my friends paid 240 for a shirt. She says something different. This is the only way I'm gonna pass down time. I'm serving... Oh my... Oh god. I'm serving looks today. The I just woke up look. With that kind of phrase, you have to pause. A classy, lazy look. I'm adulting successfully. Thumbs up, baby. My precious Madoka Magica poster, which really is just a printout. God, they're cute. Who is both distant and total sweetheart? Oh, the roommate. Door to the outside world bathroom. Let's see if we get different dialogue. The noise from my roommate's room has quieted down. The door of my roommate May. I wonder if I should check up on her. Knock. I hesitated then knocked. For some reason, I feared what I might find. Hello? What is with this? What is with that? It's not a necklace. Yes? Shit, what do I say? Looking for sock? You okay? I just wanted to make sure you're okay. I heard noises from your room earlier. Aw, thank you. I'm fine. Well, I'm kind of sad. But don't worry about me. Do you want to hang out with me in case you don't want to be alone? I'd like that. But I have work to do. Take a break with me. You always have work to do. You should take a break. Besides, we haven't hung out in a long time. I miss you. Aw, I could use a break to be honest. And I miss you too. Okay, hold on a sec. She went back to her room to get something. When she came back, we laid on the bed, looking out the setting sun. This time I gotta be careful. Stuffy. So what are you holding? Oh, my pug. I love pugs! I love that pug from that movie Men in Black, guys. That cute little pug guy. The one that can talk. But he's an alien? I love him. Yeah, I was always compared to as a pug as a child. Pug everything. Yeah. Pug folder. Pug eraser. Pug. Yeah, my mother was like, you're such a pug. Yes, mama, I am a pug. But now I'm a foxy lady. Goodness. I call him Potato. Aw, he looks so well loved. Yeah, he is. My dad gave him to me. That's so sweet. Oh yeah, it's your birthday, right? I forgot. You remembered? Of course I did.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Aw, thank you for remembering. As the years flew by, my birthday became like any other day. No one else had remembered it either, but she had. Dream! I had a weird dream. Huh? What? It was about you, actually. It was kind of haunting. Oh my god, I need to hear this. You were in a snowstorm, and I called for you, but... Noodle! Noodle! Oh guys, guess what? Random conversation topic. I made banana cream pudding. I'll send you a photo later tomorrow when I eat some. Gonna get Noodle. I gotta be careful, she's so cute. Aw, you make me feel better, Noodle. She's such a derpy baby. But yeah, I made banana cream pudding. So delicious. There's a happier note. Does anybody... What's your favorite type of pudding? There's banana, vanilla, chocolate. I think there's strawberry pudding, blueberry pudding. I'd love to have some blueberry pudding. I don't think I could make it sometime, but that's my favorite. Blueberries are good for your eyes. I gotta get up. Yeah, there you go. I gotta get a little bigger. I called for you, but you didn't hear me. Gotta go back to deeper voice. And I lost you. Huh? What does that even mean? I have no idea, but it stuck with me. Aw, I hope you're okay. I hope you're okay too, May. It's just a dream. Here, if you're still scared by bedtime, I'll tell you a bedtime story, okay? Oh yeah, bedtime stories. What do you dream about? What are your dreams like? Oh, disturbing. Someone always dies. Like, my most recent one? It featured you, actually. In a bad or good way? In a good way. Go on. There was a massive epidemic. It was gonna wipe out the world. I got infected. I was gonna die. Then you discovered the cure and I was saved. Wow, that's pretty scary. I always knew I would save the world. Yeah. Dream you really saved me. How are you? Parents. Oh yeah. What were those noises about? Huh? Earlier in your room. Ah, my mom called. Sorry. Did it bother you? No, she sounded really angry though. Yeah, she and I... Is everything okay with you two? I don't know. Every time my mom calls, I feel sick, angry. Want to talk about it? Do you want to talk about it? Finally, we get to the real stuff. Before, I was on the topic of her feeling what she would do with her... You know, the previous ending where she survived, it was about confronting her thoughts on doing something. But this time, Noodle. But this time, we're finally conversating as to the motivation, the reasoning of her tough, stressful situation that's causing her to feel this immense anxiety that leads to that aftermath. So now we're finally getting to the real center of it all. It's her relationship with her mother. Do you want to talk about it? Talk about what? Why she makes you feel that way? Huh. You sound like a therapist. How are you feeling? Why are you feeling that way? I just want to help you. Yeah, I know. I was always the golden child. When I was young, I was good at everything, so my parents never pushed me to work hard at anything. Are you the first child or the only child? There's a difference. If you're the only child, then there's a lot more pressure on you. Because there's no pressure to give that to anybody else but the only child. You know what I'm saying? If you have multiple siblings, the pressure from your parents kind of spreads out over the years on all of you. But if you're the only one, the expectations are above and beyond. It can be, depending. As I grew up, I started lagging behind because I didn't put enough effort. The only thing I would put effort into was writing. They yelled at me when they caught me writing. Writers weren't engineers or doctors. Writing would never make me money. Now, my life is slowly falling apart. And instead of listening to me and helping me, my parents are yelling at me for wasting time playing games. Aww. Wow. Thank you for telling me this. That's... Beep! Thanks for listening. Let's talk about writing. Oh, Noodle's trying to get comfortable. Noodle! You're so fluffy. What do you write about? Before your parents made you stop. Oh my god, it's embarrassing. Is it fanfiction? I also wrote fanfiction. When we reach 1,000 subbies, I'll be reading my privately written fanfiction. Something that hasn't been shown before on the internet. My middle school storytelling of Naruto fanfic. Super cringe.
Can you tell me? Okay. You won't laugh? I promise. Harry Potter fanfiction. I knew it! I knew it! It was fanfiction! Anybody else write fanfiction? I need to go back into my fanfic writing phase. Makes you a better writer. Oh, that's the same for 50 Shades of Grey. 50 Shades of Grey was made from a fanfic of Twilight. Someone made a fanfic of Twilight, but their version. And that's what inspired 50 Shades of Grey. True story. You said you wouldn't laugh. Sorry, I'm just surprised. Don't be ashamed, that's awesome. I love Harry Potter. If you say so. I do say so. Write more! Why not do more of that then? Everyone likes writing though. Anything creative, art, music, writing, it doesn't count. Because you don't stand out kind of concept. That's not true. There's plenty of successful writers out there. But I'm not one of them. I'll never be able to make a living out of it. And my parents would get so angry. Poor but happy. Would you rather live the way you're currently living or live poor but happy? Besides, who says you're not good enough to make profitable? To make it profitable? I don't know. Your parents will go, or what are you thinking? What does that mean? Your parents will go, or what are you thinking? I think I'm gonna go for... What are you thinking? What are you thinking of? I could be thinking... I think I could be a good writer if I worked hard at it. But it's so much easier to give up and just not work. You could give up. I see struggle as a hill I need to climb to get the reward at the other end. You could give up, or you could get the reward at the other side. Motivational speaker much? That was one of the career jobs I wanted in high school. I wanted to be a motivational speaker, which is why I do VTubing. I try sharing, story time, or given, reflecting off a game. I like to make light of the situation and try to focus on all the good stuff. Because deep down, I want to be a motivational speaker, but I want to reach a broader audience by doing live streams and chatting with you in real time. Other than wanting to be a voice actress. I kind of snorted there, sorry. I've just had a lot of hills that I've wanted to give up on. Have you ever given up? Nope. Well, sometimes. If it's something I couldn't care less about, like math. But if I care about it, then I pull through and I never regret it. I'm gonna work harder at getting my life back together. It's tough though. Yeah, it's hard to work on something you don't like. Give me a math problem and I'll snore. But give me a computer science problem and I'll look at it for hours. Thanks. I really mean it. I think my parents got into my head and I needed your push. Anytime. So instead of confronting her thoughts about doing it, becoming a baby angel, we confronted her thoughts about what she wants to do as a passion, which is probably a better angle of going about it anyway. How are you? So, how have you been? Fine, just tired. Big mood. How so? I don't know, like a bone-deep tiredness? Day after day? What do you mean? What do you mean? Like, every day I wake up, force myself to do something I don't like, and go back to sleep. Similar dialogue from before, but maybe this time we'll get a happy ending where she doesn't leave. So I'll try avoiding asking the big questions, and we'll just kind of go around it with her still expressing it without it being so direct. Sometimes I look outside my window and see a whole world out there. And I feel the struggle of being stuck inside all day. Huh. I understand things you enjoy. It's cliche, but why not do what you love? It's not that easy. If I knew what I loved doing, I'd be doing it right now. But I don't know what I want to do. I'll help you. I'll help you. We'll figure this out.
I'll try out every hobby and profession with you if that's what it takes. Thank you. Why are you being so good to me? Because I'm worried about you and I care about you. I want you to feel better. Stare outside. Oh, this is relaxing, but I'm also getting tired. Really? I'm wide awake. I think I'm just tired in general. How so? Do you ever feel like every day is the same day? Kind of. It's a satisfying sort of monotony. Monotony? I'm pronouncing it wrong. A day where I stay inside, windows open, with tea and a book is the good shit. Oh. Do you not feel the same? I don't know. I feel like I wake up, do the things I don't enjoy, and go to sleep. Then I do it all over again. I understand. Some days can be, some days can feel exactly the same as the day before. That's why you gotta do fun stuff for yourself. Like throw in a spin on doing something else in between. Similar activities or chores, or instead of doing the same routine, throw something fun. Like go to McDonald's and get a coffee. Or if you always go to McDonald's and get a coffee, instead of getting a coffee, get a frappe. Or go to Starbucks. Or maybe don't go to Starbucks. Or go and knowing you're gonna spend some money. Or instead of going out to get a coffee, and you always do that, have a routine of like roasting some coffee beans at home so you can have that and save some money. Or buy boba. There's a boba mix. It's like a pre-made boba mix you can buy in a box from Amazon. And then you can make boba at home. You follow the directions and you get tapioca. It can be, you can buy it on Amazon. They have, what do they have? They have a variety of flavors. They have 𝑣𝒊𝒊. I love 𝑣𝒊𝒊. And then they have milk tea. Those are two flavors I've tried off of Amazon. I recommend it. Sorry, I gotta change my position, Noodle. Oh, my knees hurt. Also because I did yoga and exercise today. But let me know if you guys have ever tried Amazon boba pre-made mix. You can buy it from the store, but I think it's more affordable on Amazon. Or maybe around the same price, depending on where you are in the world. Huh? I think I can understand that. You can? I mean, I feel that way when I absolutely must do something I don't like math. Wait, really? Sorry, I'm trying to change it up. Yeah, you're definitely not alone. I feel like a lot of people do things because they're supposed to, not because it makes them happy. I think it's more than doing things that make you happy, though. I need purpose. I want to feel like my life has direction. It's cliché, but why not do what you love? It's not that easy. If I knew what I love doing, I'd be doing it right now. Is this a repeat? But I don't know what I want to do. Is this constant? Have you always felt like this? Pretty much, yeah. By now, it's not a good feeling, but it's comfortable because you're accustomed to that headspace. Gotta hop out of there, lady! Get off the saddle of that headspace horse. Let that horse ride free into the wilderness. Yeah, let the feelings change into something new kind of concept. I'm not sure if I want to change. And even if I did, I wouldn't know how. You like nothing? So, you've never enjoyed anything? Everything you've tried is boring? I like moments like this. Moments with people I care about. I feel the exact same way when it comes to eating breakfast or having meals. I don't like eating alone. Back in high school, I would do that a lot because I didn't have anybody to eat with for lunch. And when you're in school, you spend a lot of time alone. And if you have friends, then you're not alone, but sometimes your friends are busy or you just have different schedules. But because I ate alone a lot in high school, I decided to, like, I really enjoy and appreciate having company when I have a meal. So that's why I went on that rant tangent about a shamrock shake, about trying it with 3 other people. I just want an excuse to have someone around. Be like, hey, you wanna go and try some stuff with me and split some food menu items? I'll say it's because of the calories, but really, what I'm not saying, I just want to eat with someone. And the excuse is splitting a shamrock shake into 3 small cups. It's like this long, ridiculous excuse of a reason to just have someone with me, enjoying a meal or a drink, a coffee, instead of directly saying I don't want to be alone. Afraid of being too transparent and scaring people off. Like, hey, I don't want to be alone, will you eat with me? Sometimes it's hard to say with people. Instead of saying that, I go on a tangent of saying, hey, I'm gonna split this cup into 3 cups, and we can share it with 3 people. And really, it's me ranting and excusing the fact of how I'm feeling. Like, I'm trying to avoid solitude by making up a big excuse and reason. Something that is not rational. An irrational reason just to have them around. By saying, let's split food menu items. I'm like, it's for budgeting reasons and for cutting calories, cutting corners. But that's me confessing something big, okay? I don't think that... Yeah, like, you know what I mean? Muertos! I would eat outside, yeah! I loved eating outside. Too bad when I work, I couldn't eat outside. I would try, but there wasn't enough seating areas. But in high school, I'd find a quiet place and I'd eat outside. Just to enjoy nature, to hear the birds, see the squirrels go... I love that. Dark says relatable, yeah! Dark buddy! Oh, yeah, I do. I make up a bunch of irrational excuses instead of saying, I am lonely, don't leave me, I want to eat with somebody. I can't enjoy the meal if I'm alone. Meals are meant to be enjoyed with people. I can't be in solitude for too long or I go cray-cray. Which is why I do live streaming. I do live streaming because it's hard to find time in a day to hang out with family or friends. And my friends, they went on to do their own thing, pursuing their own careers, so I got out of touch with them. And I wouldn't say, I think it's really hard to find people that get you. So, you know, it's just going with the flow. It takes time, but you find your peeps. And maybe not peeps for everything. Peeps for cosplaying, separate peeps for work or your career, separate peeps to just be a hooligan, and other peeps just to be completely random. You get all like your set group of friends, like everybody in your group of friends is like different. Some people are like big time foodies, so you go out with them all the time to like different events to try food. Or you'll have that friend that'll go with you to like a convention and dork out with you. And then maybe the foodie isn't like into manga or anime, but they're into food, right? So then like you have different friends for different things, and that's completely normal. It's like, man, when can I find a foodie and someone who loves going to conventions? But I do admit, I'm like a snail. I take things easy, and I can hide in my shell for too long. And instead of going to conventions, because the conventions is best to go in a group, it's also safer too. And you have a better time. Going alone is fine, but it just feels different, you know? You want to enjoy it with people, like-minded people who get you and want to fan over all those cool items. Like, you know, people will do customized plushies, people will have... Ooh, I saw HoloLive merchandise at a convention I went to last year. It was so freaking awesome. And I also saw Girl DM last year. Was it this year? No, it was last year. It was definitely last year. I had a moment where I was like, what year is it? Yeah, it was 2023. Girl DM, she went to a convention. And I was there. It was awesome. I didn't say anything because I was like super shy. Instead I had my relative talk to her. I was like, I'll let them talk. We waited in line together. And I was like, this is gonna be your first VTuber. And she's really cool, man. She's like really chill. And it was so cute. Girl DM got to talk to my god sister. So she's like a little baby. And I was like, hey, Girl DM's PG-13. There was like adults, there was like young people, young teenagers. And I think my god sister was like the youngest one. She was like the only child in line. But it also kind of solidifies that younger viewers will watch you. And Girl DM is like, you know, kind of family, like family oriented. Kind of, you know, she's really kind of E for everyone. Because I say things that are, because I can be a little bit too mature in conversational topics, I just say 18 plus. Because I'm trying to avoid the fact that, I guess, I don't know. I don't consider myself family friendly, but compared to other channels, I might be more family friendly. But I wouldn't compare, but you know what I mean. Anyway, I thought it was super cool, so yeah. Same goes for Shoto. Shoto shared an experience were a father and his daughter, but she was like really young. She was like a preteenie, like a little teeny bopper. And 𝑠hōtō had shared, he's a VTuber. He's an indie VTuber, independent. And so he had shared a story where the father and his daughter came to see him, and 𝑠hōtō was very surprised that the girl was like really young, like, you know, a kid. At least in his terms of like how he phrased it, she was a kid. And he was shocked that she watches his content. But you know, it's like, it's YouTube. You can't prevent people from getting a hold of live streamers. And it's not like live streamers are bad. Kids have a mind of their own. They're not dumb. They're bright and, you know, they're still learning. Like, I think people undermine children a lot. They know how to navigate and get past 18+ content. Come on now. They're really tech savvy, but it doesn't mean you shouldn't have a protective barrier or restrictions. It's always good to keep in mind maybe one stream is very mature and you don't want them to get a hold of that content. It's good to be considerate about restricting and saying you're 18+. That way people know that you have good intentions as a content creator. That's why I do it. Some people don't because it limits their audience range. Becoming an 18+ content creator means you limit the access to E for everyone. Being E for everyone and family friendly. Like I would, but I can't guarantee the things I say are appropriate. You know what I mean? I really do. I try not to be... I wouldn't say I'm a lewd VTuber, but even lewd VTubers, they have a younger audience too. Some of them are aware of it and they do their best to restrict it because they don't want a kid in there with all these adults fawning over 𝑗abuba or fawning over the role-playing. They don't want like an 8-year-old or 6-year-old being on their little tablet, on their little phone, watching their live stream. So restrictions and 18+ restrictions, it's just, it's a caution to protect them. But we all know they get around it. I think a lot of YouTubers, if they're open about it, they're like, yeah, I try, but giving children in the internet, am I right? It's all left up to the parent. I think if the parent is involved and they know what's going on, you really can't do anything because you're not their parent. So it's like that weird, awkward situation where it's like, you're a content creator and you care, so you put 18+, right? In my situation, at least. So you have the intention, I don't want it to be a 5-year-old or a 3-year-old watching my live stream because they'd be interacting with adults and it's just not safe. That's a good example. But I haven't stumbled upon any toddlers, but still, they could be watching and not saying anything. And I just want to be there to remind people, just be safe. You know, you're a parent, you're smart, you're bright. I don't want anybody to doubt themselves. Don't doubt yourself as a parent. You're gonna have blunders. Let's say that instead. You're gonna have blunders and you're gonna learn from them and you're gonna be fine. And you're gonna do everything you can. You're gonna have your kid on YouTube Kids. You're gonna have your kid on a restrict account. And they're still gonna find a way around it. And that would be like an honest take I've seen of parents online blogging. They're like, I try everything, but my kids are just too tech savvy. And then the parents constantly catch their kids watching things they shouldn't. And that's just the whole process of them learning and developing. But still, it really, by the end of the day, it's left in the hands of the parent, and you can only do so much as a content creator. Do what you can for their safety, but by the end of the day, it's just, honestly, that's their kid. It's like being an auntie. I get my nieces caught up on sugar. I get my nieces, like, all these sugary snacks, and then I send them home. Like a good auntie. Alright, go back to your parents now on all those sugary snacks. I'll let your parents handle it now. It's like being an auntie, a tia, or a tío. It's like, you know, I'm not your parent. It's kind of like that. At least that's how I take it. It's like you do what you can, making sure they're safe. But, I'm just your auntie, man. You can spoil your nieces and nephews all you want. And it's like, alright, goodbye. Good luck. Good luck with what I just did. With giving my nieces, well, specifically as an auntie to my nieces, not to the internet and the children on the internet. Yeah, no. No, that's a lot of responsibility. Heck no. I can only explain it from, like, my perspective of understanding, like, you do what you can. If you're an auntie, a tío, a tía, you're like, yeah, it's like... It's different when they're family, because then it's like, you have that relationship. But because I'm like a content creator on the internet, floating, drifting, randomly ending up in your YouTube, Twitch feed as a recommendation. It's like, yeah, I'm trying. I promise you, I try. Other people, they're just let loose, no restrictions. I mean, that's their content. But just know I do care. I care about your babies out there enough to have restrictions. But your babies are smart. And I know you're doing what you can as a parent, and I'm not here to say anything else but that you're doing your best. And you better go catch that little baby. The little baby's on a channel they shouldn't be on. It's probably not mine. I'm the least of your worries because there are some content creators, not necessarily VTubers. There's some content creators that do other stuff. You should be more concerned about them than me. I'm the least of your worries, I promise. Look at my model, man. Look at me. This is all you have to worry about, and I'm green. Now I'm pink. Yeah, the least of your worries. Look. Yeah. But still, you're doing your best. I believe in you. You'll get through this. I know they drive you crazy sometimes, but you can do this, man. And that's it for my TED Talk. my very short TED Talk. Emmanuel says, how are you? Feeling better? I am. I got lost in a conversational piece. Evie says, you know my streams and posts aren't safe for minors. Still, they waste their time stalking on adults like us to do some drama farming for clout. Evie! That is so relatable, Evie. I completely agree. Sometimes they stalk the wrong people. It's like, man, did you see that other person's content? It's like redacted username. Did you see their content? Do you see all that shabuba out in real life? Live stream? It's like, do you see what they're wearing? And your child is watching them, but you're complaining about a little 2D model? I don't even have boobs anymore! I don't have boobs anymore, guys, but this is accurate. I don't really got bajoinkas in real life. So I didn't want you guys to be shocked if you ever met me in real life and saw that I have very little bubas, little tetas. Like, they're not, like, this is accurate. Very accurate. At least in proportion to a jabuba. But of course, I'm still 2D illustration, so not everything is accurate. I'm supposed to be 5'7". But not in story lore, but I'm supposed to be 5'7", because I am 5'7" in real life. That's as much as you'll get about me in real life, in IRL. But yeah, Evie, we're just sitting back like, look at all these people coming out here for clout. Dang. It's like, please don't clap me. We're doing our best. You can look at redacted username. You should be more concerned about them. I promise I have 18+ restrictions. I promise I care. I'm trying, but I can't. I can't be their parent when you're away. But yeah, but if the parent was like, hell yeah, you can watch VTubers, that's a different story. Oh my god, can you imagine a parent out there being like, hell yeah, let them watch VTubers? Can you imagine that? The parent and the child are just watching us together. Like, they're together watching VTubers. The parent's like, I'm not too worried about it. And the parent and the child is like, on a VTuber kind of live stream. You know what I mean? Like, that's bananas. But I can picture that. There's a parent out there that's like, I don't care. And they're just together. That's a different kind of feel. I've never met a parent like that. They're like, yeah, I watch VTubers with my kids. It's like, really? You do that? And I'm sure they would respond with, yeah, but specific ones. Not like the haunty ones. Not the 𝑯𝑐𝑎𝑎 lewd ones. Or maybe they do. I don't know. Parents are doing what they want to do. They're raising their children however they want to. And I think that's what it comes down to. Parents have their own parenting styles. And if they do that, I'm shocked. I'm very shocked. I wonder if there was a rating list and I was on it. How... a Noodle's moving around? Okay, Noodle, you're free. She got too warm because I'm a body heater. You be free, Noodle. Be free. Go see Daddy. Go see AI Father. Ah, my leg's numb. We still have to finish the ending. We have 10 minutes before the ending. My leg's numb. Oh, I can't feel it. Ooh, Kuman says, I'm almost a foot taller than you. Yeah, I'm 5'7". But I'm not as beefy as I want to be. I'm not as muscular. I'm kind of like a noodle. I'm a little lanky self. Yeah, I'm kind of lanky. I'm like a yarn doll. It's like, oh, this makes sense. Little short torso and long legs. Like Kagome from Inuyasha. Man, did they centralize Kagome? If you guys ever watch Inuyasha, it's an adventure series of feudal Japan and a high school girl going back from the current century. Going back hundreds of years. So yeah, kind of like Kagome. But Kagome, man, they really loved her legs. I guess I'm kind of mostly legs. Short torso, mostly legs. Yeah. My creators, DG Studio. They knew exactly what they were doing. But I did give a reference. Like, I did have her, like... Yeah, I wanted it to be kind of proportionate. So yeah, I'm 5'7". How tall are you? I bet you guys are taller than me. I'm average height. I'm very average height. Ooh! Ooh, Emmanuel says, oh, you turn yourself into pink? Yeah. Want to see other colors? I got brown. I got also pink. I have purple. What else do I got? What do I have? I have blue. I can be blue. Blue. Pink. Blue eyes, pink outfit. What are my other ones? I can be green. What else can I do? I'm a shape-shifting fox, so it makes sense. Shape-shifting fox can change color, shapes, and forms, taking on even inanimate objects. So someday, I may be an inanimate object. There you go. My mind couldn't keep up with my mouth, and it just cut short. Dalmatians, we did the last time. We did this last time. Which last time? Come on, says gotta get the boxing Sprinkles. That'll get you beefy. Says come on. Emmanuel says okay. Dalmatian says Sprinkles was randomly back to normal 60 seconds later. Yes. Dark says there's a VTuber that popped up for me that was doing streaming with her young daughter the other day. Yeah, some people are very open online, but they should be careful. But I can't really tell them anything because that's their baby. They're a parent, and I trust that they know what's best for themselves. I respect you. If I could kneel, I'd be like, I respect you. You're raising a whole nother human being. Until I have babies, I can't say nada. I say nada. Ugh. Dalmatian says, plugs her into random computers. Hacks her. 40 seconds later, Sprinkles is a person. I even planned putting her in a Route 4? What's a Route 4? Route 44 is the size of a drink. Delicious. That's how you stay hydrated. Route 44 sizes from Sonic. Get the ocean blue. I love that one. Of course, it's like food coloring dye in it, but who cares? Everything is fake. A lot of foods are fake. So, yeah. Depending on the country. Evie says they're fine at it. Emmanuel says you're human again. Oh, you turn yourself pink. Yes. Kuman says too many kids nowadays are being exposed to adult stuff. You'll see videos of parents catching their kids. And I know a lot of people think it's funny, but it's really sad to me. Yeah, I don't want to call it N-E-L... I spelled it wrong. I don't want to call it neglect, but that's exactly what it is. There, I'm being obvious. I mean, I'm being straightforward. That's neglect. But parents can only do what they can, so it's tied between neglect and... You don't want to be over high-strung as a parent, but then it's like you want to protect your baby, but then your baby's just doing things on their own. They're their own person. It's really difficult. Evie says... Yes. Emmanuel says, how are you catching up? Okay. Oh, yes. Okay, cut up a chat. Okay, back to the ending. I like moments like this. Moments with people I care about. I don't feel awkward or anxious. I just feel content. Oh, you're gonna make me blush. And, well, I like writing. But my parents made me stop. Depression. Do you think you're depressed? Maybe. She's still gonna leave us, but at least we know the full story about her parents and her relationship with them regarding her career choices versus her passion. I took antidepressants a long time ago, but I feel like they didn't work. That sucks. Maybe it's the type of antidepressant? Maybe you need to try a different one. Don't take my advice, actually. I know nothing. Me either. Not just about this, but in general. I feel you. Has it gotten better, these tiredness? Not really. By now, I kind of just want to die. Understandable. Instead of this one, we chose this one and she left us, but we're gonna go with understandable. No, I can understand. You must be dealing with some real deep... Beep! Please don't tell anyone. They might kick me out of school. That's the last thing I need. Of course. I won't tell anyone. Thanks. I felt that. I know where you're coming from, I think. You do? Yeah, then I wouldn't have any problems. But then, I wouldn't have anything after life. There's nothing. For me, if this is the only show I get, then why step out early? Ah, this is different. Professional help, or glad you're alive when pain outweighs caring. I feel like when you've reached the point of seriously considering beep and not just fantasizing about it, you don't really give a about anything other than your death. That could just be me, though. Let time pass. We talk more about everything and nothing. From TV shows it means to our worst fears and biggest desires. Before we knew it, evening dawned. There's not a save option, so you can only do this in one single game playthrough. So every playthrough is based on your choices and you can't save. I gotta go. I have work. Yeah, good luck. I'm always down to hang out. Thank you for listening to me. It really means a lot. She's gone! Her and her pug toy plushie that her dad gave her. Although I had work, I didn't regret talking to May one bit. Please don't leave me. May's door is open. I wonder where she is. Bathroom. Bathroom. Bet she's in the bathroom. We never chose this option before. No! I opened the door to my roommate May. She didn't seem to hear me or see me. No! Violence! Hey, are you okay? I'm fine, I'm sorry. Why are you apologizing? Are you okay? I'm not leaving, you crazy? Are you really okay? You don't look okay. I need to go. Hug! Wait, don't go, I can hug you. She nodded silently. Narration voice activated, which is my voice. I hugged her. I wanted to say something yet didn't want to break the silence. After a pause, she spoke. Thank you. I guess I'm not okay. I just say I'm okay because it's a gut reaction. I don't really feel okay. But I don't want to bother anyone. Especially you. You're so kind. I made soothing motions on her back. Why are you sad? Why are you sad? I don't know. I don't really want to talk right now. That's okay. I'm here for you. I'm not a professional or anything, but when you need to talk, I'll always listen. Thank you again. Is there anything I can do? Just hug me. It's been months since that day, and May and I have gotten closer. I'd even consider her a best friend. We got a happy ending! She didn't leave! She didn't go into the snowstorm. We finally brought her in for a hug. To stay warm during that wintry, cold, horrible feeling. Sorry, I'm emotional. I can't process what I'm even trying to say. In dark moments, we held each other's hands, but I can definitely read. Although I supported her, I didn't want to feel responsible for her. Didn't want her to be dependent on me. Keep her independence, but still have someone to rely on if she needs a hug. So we drove to every therapist in town until we found one she liked. Wow, that's dang. That's a genuine friend. I don't want to say true friend, I want to say genuine. Someone that actually cares about you. One night, I mean, they all care about you. They just show it differently. I can't compare this to any other relationship. May hugged me by surprise. May? Thank you. Me? For what? I don't know how to say this without seeming emotionally constipated. Thanks for caring about me. For listening to me. I couldn't tell you before because I was sad. But I appreciate you, really. Oh, anytime. Thank you, too, for being my friend. You teach me to be more kind. My god, no, you! No, you. Uno reverse. Later that night, she gave me a note. Both haunting and touching. It read... I'm gonna read it in Protect-kun's voice. Protect-chan. I was buried in a blizzard. The snow pelted powerful and unpredictable, never-ending. I weakly cried for help, and no one came. My voice lost in the snow. But you saw my messages. You grabbed a shovel, helped, and I could finally open my door. The end, Hope! There's something to look forward to after all. Thank you for playing. By Angela He, inspired by real life Evan, Ivan, and Junji Ito. Guys, this is the best ending we could have gotten playing the game. I just want you to know that. We're gonna give them a round of applause. It is 9:01. We have reached our 3-hour mark. I just want to say thank you so much for coming out to play with me. I know this game, we gave a disclaimer at the beginning. It's a heartfelt, deep emotional story. It's a thriller. Would I say it's a horror story? Kind of. I think the horror element aspects is just real life. It's like very relatable experiences to a lot of people. So this game is for awareness. And you know what? It kind of was like a dating sim because we got to date goth girlfriend. So I did deliver. But I am not pregnant. Sorry, buddies. I am not pregnant. But I delivered the dating sim aspect of this game because we had goth girlfriend. But you realize that dating goth girlfriend for an hour or two, hanging out with her, it was kind of like a distraction. We get distracted by things that should matter less when someone needs us more. And that's the best way to put it. I'm so happy we got to play it and that it didn't bug my PC. Thank you so much for playing with me. Missed messages. Leave a like down below if you enjoyed it. And just know that there is hope in the end. Don't give up. The game's supposed to give you good vibes. Sure, there's like bad endings, but it's supposed to give you some inspiration. So anybody out there, if you're struggling, you need a hug, go get that hug, man. I wish I can give you a virtual hug. Guess I'll try. I'll simulate virtual hug with anime girl. I'll give you a hug, okay? As a green little goblin creature sprout burn, baby. We give a hug now. It's okay. It's gonna be okay. I was hugging Noodle throughout most of the game. Noodle's my doggy, if you guys don't know. I posted images of her. I'm sure you can find it somewhere. On the community of YouTube. Yeah, Noodle's a puppo, a doggo. A poochie. Yeah, I was hugging her as we played the game because I needed something to soothe me. Kind of like with the way May was holding her pug. Except Noodle's not a pug. I don't know, she's like, she's kind of mixed. I think she's a 𝑣𝑗𝑽𝑐𝑗𝐵. But she could be a mixed poochie. I love my poochie. GHL985! GH delivery! Digital delivery! Ding dong, delivery! Sprinkles is delivering. Muertos! Perfectly timed stream! I know! We got so... It's more than luck. We got all the bad endings first and finally got the good end. We got 3 endings. Neutral ending where she leaves and it's called Survived for the night. Second ending, bad ending where the horrible truth unfolds and we didn't save her in time. Third ending, Hope. It's the cherry on top of this ice cream. Zaryawa! Doc Buddy says, what's up, brother? Sup, bro? Emmanuel says, nice! Yeah! Valvation says, did you see her reflection in the mirror? She's going insane. Yes, I did. Good point, Belnations. I missed it because I got lost in reading the dialogue. In her reflection, she was going super sane. And she was about to go pop. Pop goes the weasel. And I know we could have just left her leave, but it would have resulted in the same ending of not saving her. Or worse, because we almost save her but don't. So I'm glad we got hope. Alright, buddies. If you want to play this game, just read the disclaimer and just know it's a heartfelt, emotional, real life, based on, it says right here, it says, inspired by real life. So this game in itself, it happened to someone. And it'll be okay. But if you want to play it, down in the description, go support the creators by Angela He. And I'll see you Thursday. I'm feeling better. I'll let you know because I got new jobs coming up. And I just want to let you know on that part. I'm seeking out new career paths. And there's a job that is from like 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. And I just want to let you know right now on live stream, before we leave, that if I change up my schedule randomly, it's because I got a job and the hours are kind of odd. But I just got assigned to a district area. It's kind of like a seasonal job. And right now, times can be kind of tough, but I don't want to go into that. And my career path has changed drastically. I'm trying some new stuff out. Wish me good luck on finding something right now that'll work things out. I'm trying to find something full-time. But this is a part-time gig, but the hours is like, I need to be there by 6 a.m. to set up. And then I need to put up the machinery by 7 p.m. And I don't want you guys to think that I don't care. I do care a lot. That's why I give you updates. So if my schedule changes where I don't have the usual live stream at 6 p.m., just know it's probably because of that part-time job I have. It's only gonna last like a month or two, or a few days. But I'll let you know. So I might even stream in odd hours of the night. Like really late. Or cut my 3-hour to 2-hour. But I still want to hang out. I don't want to just like, you know, disappear. So yeah. Just be sure to spread the news. Like, I'm doing some odd jobs, but I need to pay bills, and it's gonna be okay. We're gonna be okay. So, yep. I might have a change of schedule. I might do early or really late at night. Like, I'm talking about the graveyard shift of live streams. And just know you can always come hang out, and I'll try to figure it, working things. I think I can do... I might even switch to Saturday, Sunday, or Friday, which is so weird. And I don't want to switch the schedule up because that's not good. Inconsistency isn't attractive when it comes to live streaming. But it won't be forever, so I'll let you know. I'll keep you posted. Be sure to check the community page for YouTube and Twitter. I won't do Twitter because Twitter is chaos. I'm gonna keep it on our small little community page privately from the gremlins and trolls on Twitter. I'm gonna avoid all those little doodads and duties. Alright, buddies. Peace and love, and I hope to see you next time. Thank you all for coming. Give yourself a pat on the back. You made it. This game is a lot more... It's a lot more heartfelt and emotional than any other horror game we've ever played. This is by far the first one. I actually did tear up reading the different characters, reading their dialogue, because this can be literally for anyone. But just know, in the end, there was hope, and everything's gonna be okay. Muertolo says, dang! Zarya says, bye! Don't worry about us, no! Dark says, thank you for stream, bye! Evie says, night! Sprinkles, good night, buddies! Peace and love, guys. I'm gonna turn pink now. Goodbye! Peace and love. Take care of yourselves and stay safe out there. And I'll see you Thursday.